good morning, Outlaws. Hey, it's KGB from the C Sports Network, Clan HBS channel, bringing you a morning baseball Brave stream. That's right, guys and gals. This is Game 3 of the Cincinnati 3. We have split the series with them so far, so today we'll determine who wins the series. I am currently having some camera issues, so please bear with me while I try to get this fixed. You gotta be kidding. Looks like the recent update for mine and Mav's cam has broken things. Just continue to get cam crashes and it freezing up. So we'll try to deal with it the best we can. Hey, welcome in Kenneth and Lane, and welcome in Nathaniel already. I certainly appreciate you guys already stopping in. As you know, we always go live 20 minutes early. It's not my spot. All right, so let's try that. What's up, everybody? I still have a few things yet to get set here. Let's get today's lineup done real quick. So we'll have Harris, Solar, Ozuna, Olsen. Laureano. It's going to be D-Train today. Merrifield. Urshela. All right. So it looks like I can switch Orlando and Merrifield around. And our starting pitcher will be, I think it's Chris. I think today it's Chris. All right. Let's hope that takes with and keeps it good. All right, so let me get you guys some sound going here.
As far as the pitching matchup is concerned, Julian Aguiar, young rookie going for the Reds. For the Braves, Cy Young frontrunner Chris Sale.
Yeah, we always look forward to these Chris Sale starts, and what a year it has been for a guy who very likely is going to win that National League Cy Young. We just got a little ways to go here, but how about the resume with the 2.35 ERA? That is the best in all of baseball. The innings, this is a question that
guys, I have to let me know what you think of the new dancing emoji.
Most since
We've seen him at the
2017,
beginning.
and he has been on this crazy run right now.
Oh, I've been making a bunch of them.
You were 17 straight, and how about this? 13 straight without a loss right now for Chris Sale. He has been locked in.
Offensively, Marcell Ozuna has been locked in all season long. Had a big game yesterday. He broke that home run drought as well with a solo shot to left center. We'll talk more about the Big Bear when we get back to Cincinnati.
So, That should be today's batting order. We're going to go to commercials, so let's get that paused up. Welcome in, everybody. I certainly appreciate you stopping in on this beautiful Sunday morning. Or Thursday morning. I don't know why I thought it was Sunday. First pitch will be in 7 minutes. Everybody, 7 minutes and counting. When they come out, we'll have Michael Harris a second at bat. Jorge Soler on deck. And Big Bear Marcell Ozuna will be batting third in the hole. All right. Let me pop my chat out. Midosatary soup? I don't know what that is, Kenneth. You'd have to explain that to me. How you doing, Tim and George? Welcome in. Kenneth, Nathaniel, Laney. I know it, Laney. I have still not heard a word from him. I am very, very concerned. I mean, for somebody that was here religiously for the last many, many months, and all of a sudden just gone like he has been. It really bothers me and worries me about him.
And by Yellowwood, if it doesn't have
all right, so we are back to the Cincinnati Stadium.
Thursday afternoon baseball in Cincinnati. Great American Ballpark. It's the Braves and the Reds, the series finale. Chris
Great
Sale
American
on the mound,
Ballpark.
and Marcell Ozuna in the lineup again. He's played every game this season, and he has put together another stellar year for the Braves. 100 RBI, checking that box last night, as well as snapping that home run drought. And let's take a look at our racetrack fueling up feature. His National League
good job, Big Bear.
Since the start of May last year, and it's been a
Shohei Ohtani, boys and girls. Got to give it up, man. You got to give credit where credit's due. And that guy is 2 home runs away from 50 and 1 steal away from 50. That is just amazing.
It's been awesome. You know, he's probably going to be another 40 and 100 guy. And, you know, from nobody thought that from where he started last year. So really,
now, as you can see,
happy for him.
On our
out of the way, I know that's, you know, I never had.
As you can see on our
you know how guys
starting lineup,
you know, they want to get that. So
we have no Ozzy Albies.
Now that he got that out of the way.
Oh, Ozuna, it's been great. Like, I mean,
you know, they talked that we'd see him start as soon as Friday. That's right, Friday. I'm sorry. I'm thinking today's the Miami game, but it's not.
That's really happy. I'm really happy for him.
They make sure everybody's all right in here. He checks on everybody. He's a good guy in the clubhouse.
Yeah, but Lane, you know, even with COVID,
so you put those two together.
You know, somebody that gets on the computer as much as he does, you think they check the email and at least respond about that.
What it's like being just a couple of lockers down from Marcell. He said he hasn't played his music quite yet, but I'm expecting this weekend in Miami we'll have it blaring.
I think it delivers today.
As the Braves head south after today's game, but it is a huge game today for the Braves. Just 10 left this season. They've got Chris Sale on the mound. Michael Harris is homered in back-to-back games. The Braves are feeling it, and they gotta have this one. We've got first pitch next.
Appreciate it so much. Thank you so much.
Doors are new beginnings. Your dedicated Fidelity advisor can help you open those doors
For you, mamas.
through personalized money management that can evolve with new chapters. And they can proactively view your entire portfolio with an eye on
there we
taxes
go.
and the impact of risk.
That might be a little.
So you can enjoy moments together. Because doors were meant to be opened.
So, I got a weird thing from YouTube today. It sent me, now it wasn't a copyright strike or anything like that, but it said I had, and this was the Oakland Athletics game. So that's quite a ways ago, quite a while ago. But it told me I couldn't monetize it because there was copyright material in it. So I go to it to take care of the issue, and there's nothing there. It tells me that it's monetized and that there's no copyright claim, no nothing, but I got a notification for it. So I don't know if something weird happened. He lived in something like Alabama, I think, Lane, or it wasn't Georgia. Rock Falls. I don't really want to bring up, been having issues, so I don't really want to bring up another tab open to look, but like I said, I sure as hell would hate to have somebody, send a sheriff to my house. but I almost want to have a welfare check done on the guy. I'm so worried about him. Like I said, it's crazy that here every day for months, religiously never missed a stream when I went live, and now it's been gone for a week with absolutely no communication. All right, so we got Money Mike at the batter's box. I know it.
Great, but notice the note there at home where he has really struggled in those 6 2/3 innings with an ERA over 10, 3 home runs allowed in those 2 starts. He's not an overpowering guy. 94 mile an hour, 2-seam fastball, and that's the only one. He does not throw a 4-seam.
Okay,
to go along
there
with
could be
changeup
issue with the stream today, boys and girls.
Game 3, Ford Keys, please, CJ.
So I talked about the fastball, and it's probably a good pitch to get after. Attacking the heat, and it is warm here today in Cincinnati. An 818 OPS against that fastball for Aguiar. And how about putting another one on the list here for Chris Sale? He has wins at 22 different ballparks.
That thunder just rolled in. Wow.
23 here in Cincinnati.
That was loud.
Ballpark in which he has never pitched.
You mentioned
all right,
how
so the
warm it is.
interaction's live.
Defenders out there, they're going to be facing that sunshine all afternoon. Defense brought to you by our friends at Racetrack. Marte back at third. Luke Manley, the backup catcher, getting the opportunity today to be the battery mate of Aguiar. And off we go. First pitch ruled the ball by home plate umpire Derek Thomas.
And he can be a little bit tight, so keep that in mind, especially down and away to the lefties, up and away to lefties.
What the hell? Okay.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate.
I don't know what just happened here, but that was It was like the old days where, you know, you have a little bit of VCR problem. It started going, there we go.
And
Caught
making the catch,
out number
Steer.
one, Harris.
Just in front of the padded wall over there for the first out.
I'll get us synced up here on this next batter.
You got a bright sky and getting a little tight there, but that's a nice play and good focus there by Steer to pull it in.
I think the ball boy could have done a little better job about vacating the area, but
that's the first inning for him too. Everyone's just getting started here in the day game.
And we said it, it's warm. It's going to top out around 92, 93. Few clouds, but mainly just a...
All right. We got Jorge Solar at bat.
A lot of sunshine and a decent amount of...
There we go. Now it should be synced. All right, we are on for baseball. Let's do it.
Jorge Soler, 1 for 7 here in Cincinnati. His one hit a homer as he
Foul
fouls
ball.
off that two-seamer.
So what's interesting about that two-seam fastball, mentioned he uses it a ton. 53% usage, that's a lot. However, you would think that means a lot of ground balls. He has not been a
Lane,
ground
no
ball
problem.
pitcher so far. Very unusual for a guy who throws as many two-seam fastballs as he does.
That's something
that's going to be on the inside. Ball 2. 2-1 count to Jorge Solar. Solar with a 237 batting average, 19 home runs, 58 ribbies, and a 765 OPS.
At the lower levels.
So these hitters know, right?
That's
Again,
going to be a
it's
swing
really
and a miss
high
for
usage
strike
on the
2. So
two-seam
we
fastball,
are
and so the mindset is
deuces
figuring out a way
wild,
to
2-2
underneath
count,
the ball a little
1
bit
out, top
and
of the
getting
first.
it in the air, which they have done against him so far.
Fouled
Foul
back
ball.
by Soler. It stays 2-2.
Count will stay the same, and we'll do it again. Again, guys, if you have any issues with the stream, if the stream may buffer or whatnot, just simply refresh your browsers, refresh your stream page.
So he's not a big strikeout guy either, but this is a...
I know that's a little bit
He's
harder
only
for
struck out
you
7%
people
of the
that watch it
ratings
on your
that he has
TV.
faced this year, right? Strikeout rate usually somewhere in the mid-20s to about 22, 23% in the big leagues, but just 7% of righties.
And Soler is battling.
Foul ball.
He's trying to strike him out.
Out of
but
play
Soler
again,
keeps
so
fouling these pitches
again,
off.
the count will stay the same, and we'll do it again.
Braves going back to those
Shout
Navy
out to our
uniforms
good
that they
friends
had
out there,
success in yesterday
Mr.
when they
Maverick
cruised
from
to a
Maverick
7-1
Sports,
victory.
CeeLo from
They are
On
the
the Go
turkey
with
paninis
CeeLo,
of
and
uniforms.
Larry from over there on the Dixon Ways channel, as well as
Another
Rising
2-2
Rhino.
from Aguiar. And this
Or
one
recommended
also
streamers
out of
that I
play.
highly
So the next
recommend
pitch will
you
be
check
number
out.
9 in this at bat.
That's
I don't
Maverick
know if we see that
Sports,
too often
On the
where
Go with
from a
CeeLo,
uniform
the
standpoint, you
Dixon
start to see
Way,
any superstitions.
and
from
Rising
people. A lot of
Rhino.
times it's the starting
Sure to
pitcher
check
who
those
gets to
screens
decide
out. Oh,
what you're going to
and
wear.
don't forget to check out
But it's kind
Do
of fun to
Sports
see the
as
Blues
well.
back-to-back after a big win.
Another
last night.
very highly recommended stream. Oh, that was high and outside, but
That
the
one,
ump
Aguiar.
says
Soler understandably
called it
a
a strike, so he went down
This is
looking.
definitely not a strike. It's a two-seam fastball. The thing that is even more surprising is that it's mislocation. It looked like they were trying to go up, maybe over the plate and even in.
So a 9-pitch at bat goes the way of Julian Aguiar. And now here's Marcell Ozuna, who's had a great
Outside
series.
for ball
5
one.
for 8, hit a homer yesterday. Also,
Marcell with
has
a
pair of
306
doubles.
average, 38 home runs, 100 RBIs, and a .942 OPS on the season. He's 1-0 in the count. Here comes the pitch.
Sharply to
That's
third.
going to be a
but
cracker
Marte
down the third
makes
base
the
line,
play,
caught
throws
over to
across,
first
and a
base,
1-2-3,
out number
top of the
3.
first for
That'll
Aguiar.
do it for the top of the first. High score 0-0.
Introducing.
We're going to head to the bottom of the first and let's see what Cincinnati can do. When they come up, we'll have Jonathan India at bat. Ellie De La Cruz will be on deck. And Spencer Steer will be batting third in the hole for the Cincinnati Reds. That commercial's always funny.
Braves. So many different kind of fun places to go.
All right, here we go.
Chris
28
Sale
starts
and
this
what he has
season
done,
for
but how
Chris
about
Sale.
the 2.35 ERA
His
leading
record
all
is 17-3 with a
Baseball. The last time we saw
2.35
a Brave do that, you gotta go back to
2.35 ERA.
1998
His
when it was
OPP
Greg
average
Maddox
is a
leading all of
.215 with a case.
in ERA.
Couldn't get the rest of that out. Hey, Zachary, how you doing?
And the 29th start of the season for
Hey, Zach,
Sale
did you get
begins
your?
by facing
You should have got your
Jonathan
foam
India.
finger, right?
It'll be India, Ellie De La Cruz, and Spencer Steer. Here's the lineup for David Bell. Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers.
First pitch was ball one. The
This
second
is
one
fouled
is
out
going
of
to
play.
be
A
fouled
ball and a
off.
strike to India, who is 1 for 8 so far in the series.
Make it now 29 starts here for Chris Sale. The most that he has had since 2017. Again, we keep kind of going through all of these things that he has not accomplished in a long time. A lot of times we're stopping at 2019 or 2018, but in total starts, you got to go back down to
All right, 1-1 count.
29th start.
High and outside, ball
29 of the 30 active major league ballparks. So
all right, awesome.
Globe Life Field that he hasn't thrown
Appreciate
in
the
there
support
in
of the
Texas.
channel, my friend. I hope you enjoy your.
We'll go there
your
next
foam
year, so
finger.
there'll be that opportunity to make that happen potentially for Chris Sale.
There's a good pitch. 2-2.
Deuce is wild. 2-2 count.
And it's only his second time.
India,
facing the
245
Reds. He
average,
faced him
14
last year
home
in
runs.
June when he was still with Boston.
56
But a team that he has
ribbies
seen
and an OPS of a
very little.
.742.
India to Laureano out and left.
Laureano underneath it for an easy can of corn. That'll be out number one.
Harrison center, Soler back and right. So same outfield configuration, and everything on the infield is the same, with Darno catching Chris Sale.
All right, we got
Switch hitter
Ella
De La Cruz.
De La Cruz. De La Cruz up the bat.
That was an
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Well, he
De
is a
La
lot
Cruz,
worse against lefties as a
257
right-handed
batting
hitter.
average,
When we talk
24
about
home
this
runs,
young star who
69
is a switch hitter, you
ribbies,
see the
and a
numbers drop
.812
considerably.
OPS.
OPS by better than 220 points when he has to hit from this side of the plate.
And another slider. After seeing those two, go right back to it.
Absolutely. We already know that
Swing and a
there's
miss
lack
for
of
strike
discipline. He's
two.
going to let it fly, and he doesn't necessarily change his approach with 2 strikes either.
There you go. Three
Got him swinging.
sliders, 3 ugly swings, and De La Cruz is down.
It's kind of amazing to see in this day and age when you get a Chris Sale's nasty, the kind of the lack of adjustments, or maybe trying to take a look at one, get a feel. You're talking about the best pitcher certainly in the National League. You can make the case in all of Major League Baseball right now that maybe I want to get a look at what he has before I just start hacking at everything.
De La Cruz now 1 strikeout away from tying the Reds' single season record. Spencer Steer swinging at
That'll
the
be
4-seam
fouled off
fastball.
for strike one. Got Spencer Steer, 231 average, 741 OPS, 20 home runs, 91 ribbies. He's 0-1 in the count with 2 outs, bottom of the first. Count is even at 1.
Steer just 1 hit in the series, but it was a big one. It was the 2-run homer on Tuesday that helped Cincinnati get the 6-5 win. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
And kind of completely opposite approaches here, right? We saw De La Cruz get all sliders. So far, it's been 3 straight fastballs here to Steer.
One more strikeout for Sale. He'll be tied at the top of the major league leaderboard. That one way high. Tarek Skubal of Detroit has 221 as far as strikeouts go. Sale and Dylan Cease right now each have 220. Laureano.
That's going to be out. Laureano under it, caught for out number 3. That'll do it for the first inning. We're going to head to the top of the second. Your Atlanta Braves will come up to bat. Can they do something? Well, stay tuned and we'll find out. Remember, everybody, if you're just joining us, please be sure to hit that thumbs up. And most importantly, if you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have some new outlaws join in on the fun.
A consecutive game streak. Look at the most games played at first base last 80
All right,
seasons
we are
in a row.
back
Those
to
other
the
two guys, of course,
ballpark.
Pete Rose played here in Cincinnati. So did Frank Buck McCormick.
Matt Olson at bat. We
That's
got
cool to be able
Ramon
to tie Pete
Laureano
Rose for the
on
most
deck
consecutive
and
games
Travis
played over at first
Petrie.
base for
Darnod.
Matt Olson. Anytime you can throw that
Batting
name into
third
something
in the
that you
hole.
have done, certainly impressive.
He's out there every day. Major League Baseball's current Iron Man, Matt Olson. And he's swinging at the first pitch and sending it into the seats.
I think the big question is can he find a way to tie Jonathan Chadwick with 1,000 straight games the way our esteemed radio producer did a little bit earlier this season.
That streak's still going. Curveball down and in from Aguiar.
We're sent again. Sorry about that. It is raining here.
Now, those numbers you saw were consecutive games at first base. For Matt Olson, it is today his 611th consecutive game overall, including time in the DH spot for the lefthander.
All right, 1-2 count to Matt Olson. Matty O with a 241 average, 26 home runs, 90 ribbies, and a .772 OPS.
Two-seamer just misses.
Well, they're trying to go up again, and multiple times that we have seen this. Very interesting, and probably part of the reason why there's not a high ground ball rate against that two-seam fastball.
Matt Olson turns on it.
That's out to the wall. That's gone!
A laser shot into the seat.
Yeah, Matty-O! That man gets dance. To the Rubin. Yeah! There you have it. The Atlanta Braves take the lead 1-0.
Series in 2024. And that may not have traveled a long distance, but that thing was hit on a rope. And Laureano out to center.
Laureano going to take one at center, but it's going to be shallow.
Dunn camps
underneath, caught for out number 1. Nobody out there chatting today. It's awfully quiet.
Well, if you weren't with us earlier, we were talking about the other teams in wild card contention, what they've got going on. And the Mets starting that 4-game series today with the Phillies, but they don't play until later at 7:15. See if Atlanta can take care of business and then see if the Phillies can do so against the Mets later tonight.
What time did you say that game was?
7:15.
Oh, I thought you were going to give us the Milo Hamilton. Is Milo on that call?
Are you disappointed with
a little bit? That's why I asked.
Yeah.
I knew what time
it's
it was.
Not the first time, won't be the last.
All right, so there we have it.
And that at Citi Field, that 4-game series.
Outside for ball 3. 3-0 count.
Now the Diamondbacks also in that same spot where the Mets are. They start a series today at Milwaukee, but as CJ mentioned earlier, with Milwaukee clinching yesterday, we'll see how they play it. They're still trying to fight, CJ, for the bye in the playoffs, so they're playing for something.
They are, and you can't just mail it in. I think there is something about celebrating the big moments, and they certainly deserve it, do the Brewers and their fans. But they are 2 games back right now of the Dodgers, 2 of the Philadelphia Phillies on the win side as far as record goes in the National League, and that is what makes it so much different, that the first 2 teams, the best records of the division winners, get that bye, and nobody wants to have to play in a wild card series. And so yes, they celebrated, but they'll still be getting after it and trying to chase those teams.
Yeah, for all the talk the last couple of years about the teams, especially last year, where you had the teams that got the bye that ended up struggling, including the Braves. But I think you ask any manager across Major League Baseball, they'll take that bye every day.
And the Brewers certainly deserve some credit. You mentioned this earlier, but think about their offseason. They let their manager go. Once they let him go, let him walk to the Chicago Cubs for a really big contract. They made the change at the very top of their front office with David Stern then going over to the New York Mets, and they traded their ace away, and they went and won the division.
Whit Merrifield singles to the opposite
That'll
field.
be a base hit for Merrifield.
To second, the Braves 2 on with
1 out single.
A couple of really
that'll put runners on second and
first. To draw the walk, and there goes Whit Merrifield inside out, and he knows that 2-seam fastball is coming into him. He also knows he has all kinds of room on the right side with Travis over at first base, and that was just really well done.
Catcher Luke Maley is going to go out and talk to the rookie Aguiar.
Hey, Kenneth.
Here's a quick word from Zaxby's.
Yeah, I know it.
Chicken expert since 1990. Taco expert since now.
All going to come down to these last 10 games.
Tacos.
Braves jumping out in front here on the Olsen homer, but now a chance for more. Atlanta got out in front Tuesday, but saw Cincinnati come back. Yesterday, the Braves got the lead and really exploded late in that game yesterday to win it 7-1 against Cincinnati. Nice series for Gio Urshela. 3 hits and 3 runs driven in, but a swing and a miss there.
All right, so Urshela, 241 average of 615
How about
OPS,
the way that they're playing Urshela? Remember the ball that he hit yesterday in the right field gap. You got the center fielder that is played way to the right. There's a lot of room there in left center.
Line to right, but coming on to make the
line drive to right, caught for out number 2.
He hit it well, but nothing to show for it.
And you go with the swings and the data and the history, but then also the type of pitcher that you have. And you think about the 2-seam fastball coming in, what we saw with Merrifield, stay inside, try to hit it to the right side. Urshela tried to do the same thing.
So maybe the same thing here for Orlando Arcia.
I would think so. Yep, they're not really moving him much at all. And then of course the slider. So what you're hoping for is miss over the middle of the plate with the 2-seam fastball, or hang a slider so he can pull it into the gap. Like that one.
0-1 to the Braves shortstop.
Orlando, our see you later. Now batting.
Back to the two-seamer, and no balls and 2 strikes. Aguiar, a 12th round pick back in 2021 out of a junior college in Orange County, California. And his 7th big league start. It's actually the 1-month anniversary from his major league debut back on August 19th. And he's able to get Orlando Arcia on 3 pitches. But the Braves do take the lead, and they do it with Matt Olson lining this.
There you have it. The Braves jumping on top 1-0. We're heading to the bottom of the second. Let's see if Cincinnati can answer. Hey, Chef Leroy, how you doing? Hey, you know, anything's possible. That's where it's time other people should step up. Hey, Daniel, how you doing? I did not hear that. Charlie Culberson retired, huh?
Capital One, QR code on your screen, or you can visit MLB.com/Clemente Award. Recognizing players who best represent the game through positive contributions on and off the field. Chris Sale set the Reds down in order in the first, so now he'll face 4, 5, 6, starting with Ty France.
Okay, so here we go. We got Ty France at bat with a 244 average, 694 OPS, 12 home runs on the season. Hey, how you doing, Leanne?
Chris Sale coming off another one of his great starts Saturday against the Dodgers. 6 innings, just 1 run, 6 strikeouts. And so far has retired all 3 that he's faced here today against Cincinnati. One and 2, the slider producing another weak swing.
I think it's to his advantage. We've talked about it in the past, but Chris Sale actually has the slowest slider in Major League Baseball. It's not a bad thing. The pitch has been incredibly nasty. It's just really hard to stay back on it.
And he goes to the fastball, but misses high and outside. Reds have really struggled against southpaws this year. Their batting average against lefties .225. That's the worst in the National League. So hopefully that bodes well for Sale today. 3-2.
Nice play there in the Braves dugout. I can't tell who that is, but they were very excited to make that play
3-2
off
count.
the net.
Ty France.
Off the net.
244 average.
For
It's
that.
coming back a little bit. Was that? I think it was.
Yeah, they did.
That
They beat the
Or
Eagles.
whoever is sitting next to him. Is that Spencer?
That's pretty impressive.
Oh, Adam Duvall made
Duvall.
that
Swing and a miss. That's going to be a K on the day for
So that's
Chris
221
Sale.
now on the season for Sale, tied atop the Major League leaderboard.
play. So take a look at this that we ran across today. We've seen this now the 7th time here this afternoon, where a team has put all right-handed hitters against Chris Sale in the lineup. Of course, that includes your switch hitters like Ellie De La Cruz. And look what he's done. 5-1 with a 1.38 ERA when you go all righties against him. We've talked about it. I just think there's something about catching a groove. Everything looks the same. There's no disruption from a lefty going in there once in a while, and Chris Sale has taken full advantage of that.
Yeah, David Bell, understandably, going with that conventional wisdom of, hey, you got a lefty throwing, let's put righties in the lineup. But for the others, it has not worked this season. Nothing has worked against Chris Sale for opposing hitters.
But essentially what we showed you, his ERA coming into today was what, almost an even point higher overall compared to when he's facing all righties.
All right, here comes the pitch, 1-1. That's going to be a ground ball over the shortstop. Orlando to first base. It's out number 2.
Down, 2 away.
That's 2 outs. Bottom of the second with the Braves leading 1-0.
Chris Sale a chance today to set a new career high for wins. He's at 17, which he's done 3 other times in his career, but he's never hit the 18 win mark. Noelvi Marte 0-1. "13 years separates these two. Sale at 35 and Marte, the young 22-year-old out of the Dominican Republic. Originally was signed by the Seattle Mariners, but he was traded from the Mariners at the deadline 2 years ago.
Going to be up and out for ball 1. 1-2 count. Marte, the 210 average, and a 5.61 OPS.
That one coming up and in to even the count.
So the times that we have seen Chris Sale go above or right at or above the strike zone here today with the fastball, he's missing just a little bit high. And we talked about the home plate umpire this afternoon and Derek Thomas, that he doesn't really give those borderline pitches at the top of the zone. So Travis is trying to get him down just a little bit more with that heater.
Slider that almost hit the back foot of Marte. So another full count here, 3-2. Payoff pitch as he tries to retire the side in order. Another slider. This one, Marte fouls down the left field line. Marte's played in now 60 games since returning.
All right,
in
3-2
late June
count.
from that suspension for the
2
use
outs,
of a banned
bottom of the
substance.
second.
Hitting .210. And he'll take his base here, the first base runner for the Reds against Sale today. And the inning will extend to the right fielder Ahmed Rosario. This guy's been around. We mentioned all the teams he's been with.
Swing and a miss.
Walk rate, below average strikeout rate. So he's a contact hitter. He often puts the ball in play.
So a little bit of a different approach here from Chris Sale to Rosario. We saw a changeup and then the two-seam fastball, the two pitches in which he throws the least.
And another changeup.
So you get ready, you watch what's going on with all these righties. It's four-seam fastballs, it's sliders, then it's your turn. And you're 3 pitches into this at bat and you haven't seen either one of those pitches yet.
See what he comes with. 1-2 here. Marte was started to break for second. It won't matter. He goes with another changeup and it works to perfection.
All right, so that's going to do it. We're heading to the top of the third. We'll see if the Braves can put on some more runs. When they come back, we'll have Michael Harris up to bat, Jorge Soler on deck, and Marcelo Zuna in the hole. We will have the starting lineup again. Top of the order. Welcome in, everybody. Sorry about the really tired today. I'd like to say thank you for all of those that came to my community page and commented about missing yesterday's game. I really appreciate that. Yeah, we had him for 20 years, so it was a little tough to lose him. So we just, all the kids and everything came over to the grandkids, and we grilled food and buried him outside and just, you know, went through the grieving process. You'd have to ask him, Kenneth. I have no clue.
To pull the ball and lift the ball and punish pitchers for falling behind, and we saw just that.
You can find his email over on his channel if you want to email and ask him.
And those numbers tell you right there, pulling the ball, hitting the ball harder, and he has done it even more so in September.
Yeah, it's good to see, and it's an important approach to have, and it's a good way to look at it too, is that you're punishing pitchers for mistakes that they make. Might sound a little bit harsh, but it is what it is right now. And for Michael, we saw it, as Wiley mentioned, pretty impressive last night.
Money Mike with a foul ball.
But all I heard was Shakespearean.
Yeah.
That's the Westminster education down there that's really boosting this broadcast.
You can take the kid out of Westminster, but
Harris flew out back in the first.
Low it inside for ball 2.
Yeah, the 2 homers in this series for Harris. Both of them very well struck and deep into the seats. That was a home run type swing there. 2-2.
Yeah, and in that hitter's count, and again, these guys are tracking what Aguiar is doing, and we've talked about it. He likes using that two-seam fastball at the top of the strike zone, which is very opposite of what you get for most guys that lead with that two-seamer. They're thinking down and away usually.
Change up there to De La Cruz for the first out. Yeah, the first time through the order. So for Aguiar facing the 9 guys in the Braves lineup, he threw 34 pitches, 26 two-seamers.
That is the go-to for sure, and he finishes off Michael there with the changeup. Now, we did see a really bad call against Soler in his first at bat on that two-seam fastball, but steadily they were up in the zone. We'll see if he tries to jump one early.
Pitch number 40 today for the rookie. Did that look like that might have even grazed his hand, but I guess not.
It's pretty consistent that obviously they're using pitch comp so you can't see signs. But if you see the catcher's glove down anywhere, it's been a slider with some consistency or the changeup. And if you see it up, it's pretty much been a
CeeLo, what's up? Oh, I know it.
Hit to center field.
Well, we definitely need to win, and we need a little help from the Phillies to beat the Mets for us.
It certainly was. We like seeing some big numbers.
No, he didn't appeal it.
At 94, but went out at 111.
He
back over the middle of the plate.
He's already removed a bunch of videos and started the new.
Now I will say that last one it was not.
He's got his cam and he commentates the highlights now, so he should be good to go with that.
Here where when he flashes the glove up that they're trying to.
So he'll reapply in December, I believe.
Sliders right there when he's down and away. Now nobody at second base right now, and obviously you can't really steal signs anymore because of pitch comp, but location actually could matter here. If you pick up on that,
CeeLo. Sorry about that.
At second base, you can at least let guys know where the glove is.
Oh, it's such a gloomy day. It was nice and sunny out, and all of a sudden we got hit with a storm coming through.
Who grounded out in the first.
All right, so we got 1-1 count to Marcell Ozuna, who's 0 for 1 today with a ground out in the first.
Let's take a look at what Marcell has done in the last 20 road games.
I hope you enjoyed your cruise, man.
Impact player.
I watched a little bit of your stuff.
He has
it
been
looked
a
like
road warrior. How about 388 on the road, all those extra base hits as well. He is another guy that really has enjoyed hitting in this ballpark. 9 home runs, 5th most of any ballpark on the road. When you look at the total home runs over the course of his career.
No, I have not found a way.
It one yesterday in the 7th out.
The only way that I see that it will pause, but it pauses it,
so to Marcell,
but it doesn't stay that way. Is if you go,
you're absolutely right. That is dotted.
Well, for me,
coming back and catching
because I don't do a browser, I do like a window capture for it because I use.
This is the guy that is.
I use Edge for MLB.com, and I've turned that into a desktop app. So I use that to do my interactive. That way I don't have to load the browser or nothing. And if I put anything full screen in front of the full screen app page,
even though he has nearly a 5 ERA, hasn't picked up that loss yet.
That was a good note.
That's
there
the
too.
only way I know how to do it.
First pitch strike so far here.
Oh, come home with a cold.
Sale on the other side has been excellent
man,
all year long. Third best in.
Yeah, probably the weather change and whatnot.
First pitch strikes.
That's going to be high and outside for ball 3. 3-0 count to Matt Olson. Matty 1 for 1 with that solo home run in the first.
Around that 95-mile-an-hour heater. It's been a little bit of a different approach here for Aguiar.
Yeah, definitely get better, bro. I hope you get over that cold soon.
Ozuna hit a 3-0 homer yesterday, but that's nothing to swing at.
That's going to be ball 4, so that'll be a 2-out walk. We now got runners on first and second, top of the third with 2 outs, and the Braves leading the Cincinnati Reds 1-0.
What do you think the percentages are on 3-0 changeups thrown this year? That was the changeup he threw.
Low.
Welcome in, everybody. I appreciate you stopping in. Hey, be sure to hit that thumbs up for us, guys.
And without an open base, right? It's one thing if there's a guy on second, okay, maybe. But with a runner at first base.
Laureano.
Laureano with a long one out. That is a home run. That's a 3-run home run for Ramon Laureano. Batman gets the dance, yeah. You're very welcome, Planet there, CeeLo. Yeah, there we go. Atlanta Braves jump on top 4-0.
A cushion here in the third.
Heat train. All aboard.
Batting average over 300. That's 8 homers now since coming to.
All right, second pitch was a strike, even though it should have been a ball, but the ump says nope, it's a strike. So 0-2 the count. That one is far outside for ball 1. 1-2 count with 2 outs. Top of the third. Braves leading 4-0.
2 strikes here to Darno, who Aguiar walked last inning.
We have Deuces Wild, 2-2 count. Darnot with a 295 average. Wait a minute, that's career at the ballpark. He's got a 295 career average.
Another 2-2 from the rookie righty. Grounder to
That's
first.
going to be a ground ball over to first base.
Covers, that'll do it.
Throws it to the pitcher who steps on the bag for out number 3. So that'll do it for the top of the third. We're heading to the bottom. Can the Cincinnati Reds get on the board? Well, stay tuned and let's find out. There we go. Welcome in.
By Truist. A 2-out, 3-run homer by Laureano. Now 4-0. That's the lead that Chris Sale works with. And he faces Dunn, Maley, and India.
Dunn.
8-9-1 in the order. Blake Dunn, a rookie. This is just his 6th major league start.
.095
He's
average.
4 for 21 so far at the plate with 8 strikeouts in the limited at the major league level.
.317 OPS on the season. Foul ball.
So you think it's fun to be a rookie and not play that often, and then you're going to get that start against Chris Sale? Go get him.
Yeah, it's 1:10 in the afternoon. It's 92 degrees. You got the likely Cy Young winner out there, and that's when David Bell gives you the opportunity. 1-2.
Strike 2.
There's that good changeup, and we saw it last inning from Chris Sale as well against Rosario. Executed a really good one to finish him off.
Four-seamer running inside, and Dunn is able to get a piece of it.
Well, there you go. Take a look at Chris Sale, and we mentioned thinking about the National League Cy Young Award, but this is in all of Major League Baseball. Tied for wins with 17. ERA and strikeouts the most in the game right now.
Good piece of hitting, though, for Blake Dunn. Just his 5th big league hit. And he is on first with nobody out.
And he does it against the Chris Sale changeup. Now this one stayed over the plate a little bit more. Might have even cut on him. As you can see, the location there at 85 miles an hour. The good one that he throws and threw earlier to Rosario is going to run away from those right-handed hitters.
All right, so we have
bottom of the order, and the catcher, Luke
We have a
Manley.
runner on first with no outs, bottom of the 3rd.
So you saw the 17 wins. It said tied for the top in the majors. He is tied with Tarek Skubal of Detroit, who got his 17th win yesterday. That is the only other pitcher in baseball that has as many W's as Sale.
And Skubal's in a really good position to win that Cy Young Award in the American League.
And how about the run that the Tigers have been on lately?
They are a half a game back right now. That final wild card spot, it's been incredible. Their bullpen has been lights out. They traded pieces away at the deadline. They let us take their third baseman in Urshela, who's been hugely helpful here with the Braves, but their young players have found a way to compete.
Yes, we have.
Keep finding ways to win through the Detroit Tigers, but as you said, still quite a bit of work to do here down the stretch in the final 10 games of the season.
They have used their bullpen a ton in the process. They have been excellent. They've also used a couple of openers, which has led to a lot of innings for that bullpen. But the bulk guys that they've used have done a really nice job. It's working right now for the Detroit Tigers.
Got him.
2 strikes to the veteran backup catcher, Luke
count?
Manley.
Deuce is wild.
Second year with the Reds. Reds his
Runner on
6th
first,
organization
no outs.
since he
Bottom of the
debuted
3rd.
a decade ago
Atlanta
with the Tampa Bay Rays.
Currently leading 4-0 over Cincinnati.
Runner goes for second, and Darno.
Oh, Darno couldn't do nothing with it. Runner steals second.
That was a tough pitch to handle because it was the slider and it was down. And pretty decent jump here against the lefty. But probably more about the pitch. As you see it right there, it's kind of the webbing of Travis Darno's glove.
Looks like I need to get us up back to snuff again here.
Payoff pitch. And Orlando Arcia checks back the
Orlando
run
over to
and
first.
throws
That'll be
across.
out number 1.
Yeah, Zach just handed me this note, CJ. You go back to August 10th, so essentially 5 weeks ago. The Reds were 56-61. The Tigers 55-63.
Wow.
And now the Tigers have surged and possibly could get into the playoffs, and the Reds sitting here 5 games under 500 and out of contention. He's going to go for third, is Dunn, and he's going to get in there easily.
Dunn will do it. He'll steal third.
We mention it often. Third base, stealing off left-handed pitchers, a lot easier. And this is aggressive here and kind of a casual look and a good secondary. See the hop go there from Dunn, who gets to third without a throw. I think all you did there was irritate Chris Sale.
Well, let's see if he can settle in against Jonathan India. And we told you folks, the Reds like to run. Second most stolen bases in baseball behind the Nationals. They now have 202 stolen bases on the season. Orlando, it eats him up and gets out of the field.
Well, the Reds are going to score.
Reds are on the board.
This one was hit pretty firmly, and for Jonathan India, he was in that hitter's count. And so, like we talk about so often with guys getting it started just a little bit earlier, it was a good fastball at 95, but India able to get out there and get the barrel on it, hit it at 100 miles an hour to Orlando.
It does go as an RBI single. And now De La Cruz.
That's going to be a base hit for De La Cruz.
is able to connect there and single to right field.
What we saw in his first at-bat was some ugly swings and going outside of the strike zone against the Chris Sale slider. This one probably catching a little bit too much of the plate, as you can see the location. It certainly wasn't barreled up, but he at least had a chance because it was up in the zone. Still an awkward swing. He flipped against it.
A little hitch in it, didn't look normal or natural, but it worked for De La Cruz.
Ah,
4-mile-per-hour
right in there
strike
for strike
Spencer
one.
Steer.
So we got one out with runners on first and second.
20 homers, 91 runs driven in. That's more than 20 in front of the next closest Red. He has their RBI lead by a wide margin. Oh, the runners are going to go. That's fouled out of play, so they'll have to return. Oh, did India hurt himself?
I don't know. You never know with the reaction. Yeah, maybe. Yep, he's grabbing his right wrist right now.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, yeah. You can see all the fingers bend back as well.
Oh, no.
They come to take a look at the
Man
second
down
baseman,
for
Jonathan
the
India.
Reds. He's up walking around, Jonathan India is. But he's hurt.
Well, he's waving him off.
It's a good look at that
Oh,
left
okay.
hand. Or should be right hand.
He came in the slide and he
Bent backwards.
like completely miffed the slide and went barrel
Guy who
rolling.
burst onto the scene a few years ago was the National League Rookie of the Year in 2021. Those runners not going this time. A ball and 2 strikes to Steer.
All right, so 1 and 2 the count.
He won
Steer.
in 21, and then Michael Harris won the NL Rookie of the Year in 2022. Crew chief Alan Porter down there at first base says no, and the count evens up.
Like we saw in his first at-bat, that seems like that's where they want the fastball here this afternoon against Steer and Chris Sale, which is elevated.
Elevated again, but that's not where Sale wanted that pitch.
And the body language today is something that we have not seen from Chris Sale in a while, which is some frustration. I mentioned it earlier, some of the missed fastballs up and away. He might be going just a little bit quick today. Just, you know, the timing doesn't take much at all to get just a little bit off, and he's trying to find it right now.
20 pitches already this inning.
We're going to restart the
Now the
interactive,
bases
guys.
are going to be loaded.
Bases are juiced.
Second walk today for Sale, and now Eric Abreu is going to stroll to the mound.
I thought maybe Travis would go out there, and I think for Eric now seeing an opportunity just to slow Chris Sale down a little bit. Mentioned timing, and more often than not, when you are missing high, you're a little bit quick. You're getting down the mound just a little bit too fast, and so the idea here is to slow the tempo down, give him a little bit of a breather. Very simple kind of keys that you work on, staying back a little bit longer, maybe getting the hand out of the glove a little bit quicker. Sometimes that's going to lead to getting back on top of the baseball the way that you want to and hitting your spots with the heater. Chris Sale, by the way, they're letting the home plate umpire know whether he's going to go out of the stretch or wind up. For guys that have kind of the close where they look somewhat similar, you need to declare to make sure that you don't have any issues regarding balks.
All right.
Sale struck out Ty France. The Cincinnati Red at every base. Grounder slowly to short. to second for
1, 2, got him, baby! Shut him down! Didn't give up any runs!
Play to keep it at 4-1.
What a play!
Let's see if the Reds and David Bell want to take a peek at it. They do not. That'll do it. I didn't think it was hit hard enough, CJ.
These guys have been incredible in the middle of this infield. Watching them turn double plays, you would think they've been doing it for years. Whit Merrifield once again with a great throw just in time to get that huge double play for Chris Sale.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so that'll do it for the bottom of the third. We're heading to the top of the fourth. The Braves still currently leading 4-1. We'll have Whit Merrifield at bat, Urshela on deck, and Orlando. Can we see it later? Arcia will be batting third in the hole for your Atlanta Braves. Hey, Leno, Lenio. Let me get my chat back up. Hey, Mr. Woodrow. Lieutenant Dan, we have ice cream. That was close. Fat Man's got to dance today twice now. All right, so first pitch is a strike.
They're not going to get it done. There was a really big double play.
1-1.
They turned
Whitfield is
against the
one
Dodgers.
for one today. A single in the
there's
second.
Enough time.
He's
And
now
what Whit
1-1
has done
in the
over there at
count.
Second base with
He's got a
Orlando is short,
221
turning some
average
key
this
double
season,
plays.
4 home
Really
runs,
been
15
impressive.
ribbies, and a 625
And if
OPS.
you've been following us, you know that Ozzie Albies likely to return down in Miami starting tomorrow after getting 4 hits the last 2 days in Gwinnett. So once again, we'll see how all of that plays out for Whit Merrifield, for Gio Urshela, and all the pieces that have to fall into place. Ozzie hasn't played since July 21st with that broken left wrist. Wiley, you've got more on that?
Yes, Brandon. Obviously, Ozzie, a couple of bats, or a couple of games rather, these past week against Jacksonville. One interesting note, Braxton Garrett, who started Tuesday for Jacksonville, and Ozzie faced him on Tuesday night. He may start on Sunday coming off the injured list, so there could be some comfort for Ozzie there in that finale if it indeed is Garrett, the pitcher he faced on Tuesday.
Well, that'd be helpful, right? I mean, facing a righty, why not go ahead and face the same righty? Right on right, which obviously with Ozzie being, oh, Garrett's a lefty. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of the right-hander. Who was the right-hander was going? Forgot that they said was going yesterday. He faced yesterday. He faced a righty. Oh, Mazer was the guy who faced. Thank you, Gretchen.
You like the new dancing guy?
So just go ahead and rewind this. Edit
There
it
he
out
is strutting.
for the replay later. And just say that sounds great, Wiley. I'll just do that. We'll record
There
that
he
later.
is
Throw that in
dancing.
there instead.
But he had 2 hits each day, including a homer on the first game back off of the lefty. But we've talked about it. Whit Merrifield's played all over, right? He's played third base. He's played the outfield, although speaking of the
That's going to be a blooper right up the middle to center field for a base
Take a big
hit.
turn at first, but he'll stay there with a 1-out single.
Urshela with a 1-out single.
Urshela continues to impress, and he's gotten some big hits here lately as well. And the calling card has always been the glove for him. He turned on the offense for a couple of years. He's still kind of a glove first guy, but some big hits here in this series. And as kind of you were alluding to, the decision that will have to be made here in a couple of days as far as who will be playing first when Ozzie is playing second. Flip a coin. I don't know how you make it.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how. Look, it's a good thing, right? It's a good problem to have. Braves have been waiting to get Ozzie Albies back.
Oh, says he swung, so 0-1 the count.
In the postseason, if Austin Riley could heal quick enough to return. But just good to get one of those all-stars back. Orlando Arcia down the left field.
Orlando, that one's deep.
Toward the pole and going foul.
Oh, just foul.
Just in front of that changeup for Orlando, which is an interesting pitch to throw to him after what we saw in his previous at-bat here for Aguiar, where he was fastball slider that he used to get Orlando out.
All right, Orlando 0-2.
Pitch here for the rookie.
Swing, foul ball. So the count will stay the same, and we'll do it again.
He's also had outings where he's only thrown 57 and 53, so we'll see how long Aguiar is out there today. To the shortstop, De La Cruz, and Cincinnati gets their own.
That's a double.
6-4-3 double play to send us
6-4-3 double play to end the fourth, and the top of the fourth. We come back, Cincinnati's gonna try to put some more runs on. We'll have Espinal, Marte, and Rosario, your three Reds at the bat. Welcome in, everybody. Certainly appreciate you stopping in. Be sure to slap that thumbs up, that notification bell, and subscribe to the channel.
The
Hey, how you doing, Russell?
That we just showed you right there with 0 losses for Chris Sale ties the longest of his career. He did the same thing back in 2018, so certainly we want to see a win today.
I gotta hit that
without a loss. That'd be the longest streak.
wake up button.
Blake Snell right now has the longest active streak, 16.
I do apologize about that, guys. I just haven't slept very well.
Locked in.
That's going to go foul, thankfully.
I got maybe in the last couple days, I've gotten about 3.5, 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah, Snell's been locked in, but I mean, the run that Sale has been on, and we've said it many times, that one game against Oakland, that's really the only bad mark against him this year. And you wouldn't think of all teams Oakland would have gotten him for 8 runs, but since then it's been lights out.
And how interesting that kind of Snell's the other guy. That matchup that they had against each other was such an amazing game. one that the Braves eventually went on to win 1-0.
2-2 count. Hey, Thomas.
Toward third, Urshela backing up where the dirt meets the grass, but still able to make a strong throw and get Espinal, who runs pretty
out
well.
number one.
Really smart play there by
Got your
Urshela.
iced coffee?
He's
Me
gonna
too.
play back because of the
Me
top
too.
spin. Watch him give himself enough room because that ball's going to skip on him a little bit, and then he knows he's got to get this throw in the air. You can't play the long hop there. You're probably going to end up having an infield base hit, as you mentioned, with the great speed of Espinal.
I'll be right back. I forgot. I got to take care of something real quick.
Urshela's so solid over there since the Braves acquired him. Another strong play there, and now here's Noelvi Marte.
Talk about it. See, that velocity is so hard to stay back on the Chris Sale slider.
Goes right back to it. Gets out in front of ball and 2 strikes.
And of course, again, he likes to elevate his fastball, so it's already going to look harder when it's at the top of the zone the way that it is. You throw that slower slider. At 94, 95 is just jumping on guys.
Well, we'll see what Sale does. Does he go back to that slider? Does he try to speed up Marte? Goes with a changeup, and it misses low and away.
All right, 2-2 count. Marte 0-0 today.
Same thing. Fifth full count today for Sale. Pitch count at 68. That's a strike at the knees.
Got him.
Directly toward the dugout. He
Oh, got him. Strike 3. Another K on the day.
Pitcher, and essentially that one is acting like almost like a 2-seam fastball or BP fastball, where it is a couple of miles an hour off his regular heater. It's not like it's a slow changeup. Locked up Marte.
4 strikeouts today, 223 now on the season for the southpaw.
Yes, ma'am.
Ahmed
That'll be
Rosario,
foul
another
ball.
strikeout victim back
So
in the
strike
second.
1.
So after today, the Reds will host the Pirates for 3, then 2 in Cleveland, 3 at Wrigley, and they're done. As we mentioned, they are out of postseason contention. Of course, for the Braves, it's off to Miami after this for 3, and then the final 6 at home. That big series against the Mets, and then the Royals to finish off the regular season.
We need to win today, and we need Philly to beat the Mets. We need Philly to beat the Mets every game they play them, really, and us go into Miami winning at least the first 2.
A ball and 2 strikes. Going back to that changeup, CJ.
He's liking it. He's feeling it. Obviously, again, I say that, but we know that Travis is the one that is making the decisions back there. Chris Sale is not going to shake off. He never has in his entire career. And so Travis says, yeah, let's go ahead and throw it again.
See if he can get strikeout number 5 here on the afternoon. He can, but it's a foul tip that Darno can't glove.
I wonder there, do you see the velocity on that one at 82, and then we saw the one that Marte struck out on. It showed up as 91 as a changeup. I'm almost wondering if it wasn't, and perhaps he took a little bit off my fastball and just trying to locate it at the knees, or not say overthrowing, but really letting.
All right, so 1 and 2 the count.
Well, he goes to the slider.
Swing and a miss. Strike three. That's out three. Another K on the day for Chris Sale.
It's the go-to pitch, the slider from Chris Sale, racking up another punch-out.
In 16 years, Greg Gerstner will land the perfect cannonball with friends he's already meeting now at AARP volunteer and community events to help make sure his happiness lives as long as he does. The younger you are, the more you need AARP.
Well, the gang's all here. Let's hit the road.
It's the Disney Plus Blockbuster offer.
That's right.
$1.99 a month for 3 months of Disney Plus.
That's a great idea.
Get the hottest shows.
Great. You can say that again.
Biggest movies.
Ready? Hit it!
And most epic events.
What happens next?
For a limited time, get 3 months of Disney Plus for $1.99 a month.
Join me.
With the Disney Plus Blockbuster offer.
Damn it. We can't really afford that even. That's my opinion. I don't think we can afford even one. The question is, can we have consistency for the last however many games?
By Audi. And as we go to that fifth inning, Atlanta enjoying a 4-1 lead. All 4 runs via the homer. A solo shot by Olson. 3-run homer by Laureano. Top of the order here. And Michael Harris.
That's going to be foul ball.
We came into this road trip thinking there was going to be a great opportunity for the Braves to hit some home runs here in Cincinnati. It's a great home run ballpark. We know how good the guys have been down in Miami, and that's the way it's played out so far.
Yeah, 7 home runs. Ooh. All right, Braves country here. Hold your breath. Another hit by pitch, but it appears that Harris is okay.
Need 2 green peppers. Need a cucumber, or not a cucumber.
This is the slider, and it gets away from Aguiar. It looks like it's going to catch Michael on that protective shin guard that he has, thankfully.
A box of cornstarch. That thickens the sauce.
Thankfully, indeed. Of all the spots, good spot to hit him, and without much pace. So you've got Harris with great speed at first, and here's Soler. Whoa.
Oh! Soler gets hit.
Changeup flying away from Aguiar.
So it's 0-10 for sure because it's slider and then changeup, but pretty badly missed location there from the rookie.
Sorry about that, guys and gals.
I gotta say, and I wonder if Soler was thinking the same thing, right? It's the hit by pitch. I'm thinking
we're planning on making stir fries.
Take a monster swing at it. I think he probably had somewhat of that approach as he was leaning out over the plate and was pretty surprised by that changeup.
You know, thankfully it was a changeup, right? Well, Whit Merrifield vocal about these young rookies and the volume at which they have been hitting batters, and the young 23-year-old hitting Harris and then Soler on back-to-back pitches.
Very much
getting
like
Soler and Harris. I missed the Harris one.
I currently hold with a handful of others. Just the
back-to-back hits, and he's still allowed to stay in.
Guys one time
three.
in a row.
Come on, Ump.
So let's hope.
Back-to-back guys.
Well, let's see the Big Bear park one in the seats out at left and make it 7-1. Ozuna 2 homers away from another 4,100 season. To right field.
That is deep. That's going to drop in. That's going to be. That will be an automatic double. So that's going to bring in 2.
Series continues. Harris scores 5-1.
No, that'll bring in 1. Solara have to stay on
The
third.
record is safe, and I think again, much
So
like
that's
I
an
thought Soler would be getting
RBI
something down
double.
the middle. It ends up being Marcell Ozuna instead, and this is impressive, right? He doesn't try to get too big because you know that fastball is going to be running in, and so he stays inside it, even though it was down the middle. It's a really nice piece of hitting there from Ozuna. Those team at bats that we talk about and the approach that he just took.
So in the last 6 at bats for Marcell Ozuna, he's got 3 doubles and a homer. Well, nobody out. You got 2 in scoring position and Olsen up. What an opportunity here for the Braves to really put a stranglehold on this lead.
By the way, I was curious after seeing that 3-0
Well, it looks like the
change up to Matt Olson in his last.
the catcher might have taken a timeout. He's heading out to
1%
have a talk
in
with his
Major League
pitcher.
Baseball is how often you see a 3-0 change up.
So my 2%.
Gino, what's up, my bro?
Live, which is
A
the
brother
lowest that
from
we've
another
seen
mother.
since we can track it, which is going back to 2009.
Once again, the top of the order producing.
Matty Olson, 1 for 1 today with a solo home run in the first.
Last 8
And he
games
was
for the top
walked
4 in the
his
order.
second at
28
bat.
runs scored, 333 batting average.
And the big boys are certainly getting it done right now, and we've seen it, and just on time, right? And we need to see it the rest of the way here. This lineup is going to have to produce.
What's up, buddy? Yeah.
But number 4 in the
Oh,
order,
damn
Madison,
it.
is going to face a new pitcher. That is going to be it for the rookie, Julian Aguiar.
Well, the gang's all here. Let's hit the road.
It's the Disney Plus Blockbuster offer.
That's right.
$199 a month for 3 months of Disney Plus.
That's a great idea.
Get the hottest shows,
Great. You can say that again.
biggest movies,
Ready? Hit it!
and most epic events.
What happens next?
For a limited time, get 3 months of Disney Plus for $199 a month.
Join me.
With the Disney Plus Blockbuster offer.
That ball is crushed.
You know this was crushed. Google Cloud AI knows a ball going 440 feet with a 107-foot peak would be a homer by the river, but not by the pool. It wouldn't make a dent in the crown, but it would get lost in the forest, ding the Big Apple,
The fruit.
soar past the slide, and even hop the train. Catch the game like never before with Google Cloud AI.
I love it when people say that something's impossible. I see that as a challenge.
There we go. I got it working again. It kind of we'll have to wait until they put another update out for it.
Recalled today from AAA Louisville. That's Josver Zulueta, who is going to be facing Matt Olson here in the 5th.
What a fun name to say. Zulueta.
Well, you know me, G.
5.5 ERA
Brother.
for him so far. When he was up earlier, good fastball. As far as the velocity goes, at 97 miles an hour, and it is the 2-seamer. Got a slider, sweeper, forcing fastball in there.
Lots
as well,
of K's and ice
like
cream.
fastball is kind of part of the.
Boy, I wish I could have some
You know,
ice
he struggled
cream,
a
but I'm
little bit
diabetic.
with his walks. 6 of those in 13 innings.
And a guy who really had to battle through injuries. Got signed in 2019, then had Tommy John and tore his ACL, but he has worked his way into the bigs this season.
What was his first pitch?
Yeah, because it was 1-0. Now it's 1-1. There's his second pitch.
There we go. Now it's synced again. Hey, welcome in, everybody.
Wait, no, what's his
Appreciate you
name for a
stopping
pitch to
in.
Olsen? Oh, we got an automatic ball.
Yes.
Ah.
So, depending, it's semantics. Tomato, tomato. Matt Olson. Right.
Matt Olson with another long one. That is gone. Matt Olson, his second home run of the day. A 3-run home run, 28th of the year. Yeah. Batman gets there. to 1.
Yeah,
all right.
Might want to invest in some real estate in the greater Cincinnati area.
Sorry, guys. Again, if you experience any issues with buffering, please be sure just to refresh your stream, refresh your page. We are having a bad thunderstorm right now.
But
so it may cause some issues.
Is turning it on at the right time for the Braves down the stretch.
Yep, and we just showed you what's happening at the very top of the lineup right now, 1 through 4. How good they are.
You like that, George?
Continues with the big swing there of Matt Olson, and then becomes interesting. Again, we talk about defensive alignment here when Ozzie gets back. Now, offensively as well, what potentially that could mean to the lineup will be very interesting to see how Brian Snitker handles it.
There he is strutting.
And now Zulueta all out of sorts.
We got him dancing.
They called him up today because they really taxed their bullpen in game 1 of this series.
I've actually made quite a few lately.
Injury. So David Bell trying to give some younger guys.
I'll add him in every now and then.
Zulueta gets recalled, and the first guy he faces deposits a 3-run homer in right center.
Feeling better, Gino. Still kind of. I haven't slept very well for the last couple days, but. What do you expect? You know, my dog of 20 years died yesterday, early in the morning, or well, I don't know. I don't remember what time it was. I'm all kind of lost in the day.
Another payoff pitch. Oh, Derek Thomas calling it a strike. Laureano disagrees, and I think he had an argument.
It's a good take. It's frustrating. He did a nice job working that at bat against the guy whose command has been a little bit shaky, and this turns out to be a gift. And again, going back to what we talked about and what Derek Thomas has been this season strike zone wise, that is an area in which he really doesn't open it up, but he did against Ramon Laureano.
That one, it gets under the glove of both.
That gets through. That's gonna be a base hit for Travis Darnod. So that's a 1-out single. Top of the 5th. The Braves currently leading Cincinnati 8-1.
Well, going the other way and all kinds of room over there, and yeah, that's pretty incredible. You don't see it too often.
It was really tough, Russell.
Ball and the gloves are right there.
Hey, I'll admit it. I cried. I cried a lot.
So Darno is aboard, and here's Whit Merrifield.
It was like losing one of my children.
Merrifield 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. Well, I know, CJ, it's easy to look back to that game on Tuesday and say, gosh, the Braves should have swept this series. And is there that argument valid? Certainly is. That was a game they let get away. But 7-1 yesterday, you're up 8-1 here. Really strong finish since then.
Yep. And obviously still have to finish it off, but they've done a pretty nice job here kind of bouncing back.
That's a double play.
Little double play.
That'll end it for the top of the 5th. We're going to head to the bottom of the 5th and see if Cincinnati can do something with this 8-1 lead that the Atlanta Braves have. Even my other animals are, believe it or not, I truly think they're grieving. His buddy Milo laying off by himself now in places that he's never went and laid before. They both are slowed down. They're not eating. So I'm pretty sure they're grieving too. All right, Mo. Huh? Come here. Come here, Mo. Come here. Want to say hi to YouTube? Tell everybody, hi, I'm Milo. They call me Mighty Mo. Isn't that right? Tell them, hi, YouTube. There you go. Oh, gotta be able to see ya. Tell them, hi, YouTube. My name's Mo. They call me Mighty Mo. Hey, Applica King, welcome in. You're a Reds fan, yeah? They got some climbing to do behind 7 runs.
So we talked about what's coming up for both of these teams.
All right, first pitch will be a strike.
Of the season.
Blake Dunn, 1 for 1
series,
today with a
Braves
single
have
in the
Morton,
third.
Fried and Holmes as the scheduled starters. So Charlie tomorrow, Fried on Saturday, Holmes on Sunday.
Okay, one down.
And we'll see, CJ, how things line up the rest of the way for the Braves. We talked about Chris Sale and certainly the likelihood of him going 2 more times after today.
Yeah, and it will be interesting to see what they decide to do pitch count wise here today. And you know, obviously
that's Mighty Mo.
The finish line, you take nothing for granted. But at the same time, there's always that possibility that Chris Sale could make 2 more starts depending on how they decide to work things here.
All right, so they're going to call that a ball, so 1 and 2 count.
You mentioned the Miami Marlins and what's going to happen. What they could do, and this is just a guess on my part, with the New York Mets series is actually go Sale, Schwellenbach, Fried. You kind of skip Charlie Morton, then you have him in game 1.
A deep center field here. And
that's going to be a home run. Done, 2 for 2 on the day.
First major league homer. And he hits it off the likely Cy Young winner.
The rookie Dunn gets his first major league home run. And he hit it off of Chris Sale.
None of this makes sense right now for a kid who has hardly played. He's got 2 hits against Chris Sale. He ends up taking this changeup out to dead center. Pretty impressive for a guy who's not got very much playing time at the big league level at all, and especially when you consider that Chris Sale had been on a run of 9 straight starts without giving up a home run. None of that makes any sense.
That's why the house always wins in Vegas. And now Luke Maile. But Dunn came into today with 4 big league hits. He's got 2 in his first homer.
Yeah, Gino, how was your pulling?
6. And that is
that's going to be a fair ball down the left baseline. It was just missed by Urshela.
Second base with a double.
That's going to be a stand-up double.
He was out.
We better look out. Cincinnati's starting to make a run.
We saw earlier from Maile where he was way in front to the point where he was missing that slider in his first at-bat. Just hooks it down out of the reach of Urshela.
We're hoping you'd come back and tell us you got a 300. I was rooting for it.
Jonathan India, we saw him kind of jam his wrist trying to slide into third. They did take him out of his spot at second base. They keep him in the lineup, though. He is now the DH. There's Jonathan India. Right field to Soler.
That's out to Soler. Caught for out number 1.
But getting back to that rotation discussion, and again, to be clear, like you said, that is not something coming from the Braves. This is just conjecture, but it sure makes a lot of sense.
And the reason you would go Chris Sale in game 1 against the Mets as opposed to just letting Schwellenbach take that start is because then it gives you the option potentially, if you need it, that last game of the season to throw Chris Sale and be on regular rest. And again, all speculation on my part. With Lopez, maybe he could be back. Otherwise, it could be Grant Holmes for that second to last game if those games are going to matter. So lots of different ways that the Braves could go. But I feel like that would be the way that they would do it against the Mets.
What a huge series that's going to be. Every game, we told you, look, and everyone gets it that's watching. These games are all so vital when you're 2 back in the wild card. But that series, to have the Mets coming to Truist Park next week, it doesn't get any bigger than that. And that'll be after the off day on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday against the Mets at Truist.
Yeah, hopefully your shoulder starts feeling much better soon.
Ellie De La Cruz fouling off the slider, 1-2.
All right, De La Cruz 1 for 2 on the day, and he's 1-2 in the count. 1 out, runner on second. We are in the.
I think Chris Sale will tell you, and there was a start back in July where he said it was a little bit.
We're
more
in the
of a
bottom
grind,
of the
where
fifth.
He's still getting the results, but having to work a little bit harder. Obviously, he's gotten great.
Braves currently
run
lead
support
the
here this
Reds
afternoon from the
8-2.
Braves in that offense. We've seen a little bit more frustration.
Low and outside
some
for ball
location
1.
on pitches.
Ball 2.
It's a really warm afternoon.
We're now deuces wild,
Climbing
2-2
on
count.
him a little bit. And I think
Remember,
if you can get
runner
through
on
this 5th
second.
inning, based on how it's gone, we don't just look at pitch count, but how you've gotten there, and then be pretty comfortable kind of shutting it down after 5 for Chris Sale this afternoon.
De La Cruz lifts it in the air.
That's going to be a fly ball out to center, caught by Money Mike and thrown over to Arcia to hold the runner at second. It's out number 2.
Now a quick message from Delta.
From Braves country to the world. Delta, official airline of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, welcome in everybody. I appreciate you stopping in. Please hit that thumbs up for us. We're trying to reach 30 likes today.
And Spencer Steer, we have seen Chris Sale try to elevate the fastball.
We're quite a ways away from that.
Out here this afternoon. Pretty patient at bat in his last one when he drew that walk.
A strike to Spencer Steer. And now no balls and 2 strikes. 4-seamer bearing it on the hands.
Oh, and 2 in the count. Spencer Steer 0 for 1. He was walked in the 3rd.
6 strikeouts
2
last
outs.
time out
Runner
for
on
Sale
second.
in that start against the Dodgers. This would be number 6 if he could get
Here
Steer
comes the pitch.
And pitch number
Foul
90
ball,
of
so the
afternoon is
count
fouled
will
away.
stay the same, and we'll do it again. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. High and outside, ball 1.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those from him today.
Yeah, a couple that are kind of sailing on him a little bit. That velocity just started to tick down a couple of ticks here for Chris Sale. And with the pitch count at 92 through 4 2/3. Gotta believe the Braves will be thinking about getting
Yeah, I know,
something
right?
now.
2 down and a 2-2 pitch coming. Well, a great
Got him
job.
swinging. That's
Up a
strike
homer to
3,
start the
out
inning.
3.
He gets India, De La Cruz, and Steer.
Another K on the day for Chris Sale. We are going to head to the top of the 6th We'll see if the Atlanta Braves can continue to put runs on the scoreboard. Stay tuned and we'll see what they can do. Another. Phil man, what do you mean? Another homer? I hope so. No, I wouldn't hold my beautiful body against you. But thank you for being a gentleman and asking first. Oh, he's only got 3 Ks? Are you sure? Can't stream anything. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, was it still storming? No. It caused me some issues here. Huh? It's gonna be later. Why, is it supposed to storm more later? Yeah. Well, it came through pretty heavy here.
Yeah, I know. That's why I just went to Charles City.
Yeah, it came through real heavy.
On the line to come through, they struggled recently, and I was talking with Kevin Seitzer earlier during the series.
Lando 44, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that.
Trying a little
Welcome
bit too
in,
hard, trying to make
welcome
it
in,
happen,
Outlaw.
and that opposing pitchers were almost treating them as if they had
I
two
hope to see you
strikes on
interact in
them
the
when
chat
they
as
went
well.
into the batter's box.
We'd love to have you.
They would get so overeager chasing, and what Seitz has preached these last couple of days is letting the at-bat unfold in those key situations.
That's what you got to do, and
that's going to be strike one against Gio Urshela.
The approach that you're taking based on
Urshela 1 for 2 today.
It's something that the game has gotten away from a little bit. Talk to older players about it, and they get a little frustrated. And it's almost like it's the same approach, it's the same swing, no matter what.
I was going to call that for a strike, so 0-2.
The idea of actually making some adjustments based on count, well, that absolutely matters.
Now they're seeing a new pitcher here in Brandon Liebrandt. 4-seam fastball registering only at 89.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, out 1. Lambert looked impressive with those 3 pitches.
He is the son of Charlie Liebrandt, who pitched for the Braves, but Charlie Liebrandt also before Atlanta pitched here.
Okay, 6 Ks. I was going to say 3 Ks is a little low, I thought.
And Charlie's son fires a strike in there to Orlando Arcia.
Thank you, Kenneth, for that. Here, let's get that so we know it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And that'll get into right center.
Gotta be a base hit right up the second baseman's feet.
His first hit of the afternoon.
Arcia will get on with a 1-out single. Top of the 6th, 1 out. Rays leading 8-2 over the Reds. So we have the top of the order.
Here we go. Money talk.
Charlie Liebrandt.
First pitch will be strike 1. 0-1 count to Money Mike. 1 out. Runner on first. Top of the 6th.
So maybe he and Wiley can talk about the Marist-Westminster rivalry down there when all is said and done.
I got to give a little bit of love to our town. Born in
Alpharetta,
specifically.
I'm sorry.
What a career for Charlie Liebrandt with his 14 seasons in the big leagues. Mentioned 3 of those with the Atlanta Braves. Those are some really good.
Oh, damn camera.
7-1 career ERA.
He did have a cup of coffee, did Liebrandt, with the Marlins back in 2020. So this is not his first big league stint, but he has not been back in the majors until this year. So he went 3 years without being in the bigs, but getting an opportunity this year with Cincinnati. Michael Harris holds up on the slider. bouncer, and it's over the glove of
That's gonna be a base hit for Money Mike.
Orlando Arcia will go to third, and the Braves.
Arcia moves to third, so the Braves now have runners on the corners with 1 out.
It can be a little bit more difficult at times when you're facing that slower velocity here, and this is just 88 miles an hour, and it's elevated. And
Potato chips.
hits it into the ground, but gets this nice big hop as that one will reach right field, and the Braves once again back in business.
Braves got a run in the second, 3 in the third, 4 in the fifth, and now a chance to add on in the 6th inning. And like his pops, Brandon Liebrandt throws from the left side.
Here we go. Sorry about that. The camera crashed again.
His 1-0 pitch to Sale. Sale out into left
Sale
center.
with a bomb. That is gone, baby. Another 3-run homer. To the Ruben.
Where'd it go? Oh, it's gone? Okay.
Sometimes I hit home runs and I don't even know.
Gosh, 3 3-run homers. Laureano had one in the third. Olsen in the fifth, and now an inning later here in the 6th.
Rays now lead 11-2.
And once again, it's the top of the order that just continues.
Yeah, sorry to hear that,
produce
Gino.
for the Braves.
Nobody deserves that, no matter if it's a man or a woman.
What I want to ask Jorge Soler is, though, there was no outfielder near that ball. What did he think was the other option that maybe it bounced over? I don't know.
Maybe. That could be it.
Yeah, that's definitely not cool.
So we can track back to 1974, just the 3rd time in Braves history since then that they have had 3 3-run home runs in the same game.
Wow.
They did it last year against the Rockies at home, and they did it in 2020 in that 29-9 game. That's right, 29-9.
Big Bear with the swing and a miss. That'll do it.
Which was also
out number 2.
First time they've done it on the road since 1974.
Huh. Well, if there's ever a place to do it, it's the Great American Small Park.
Here comes Matt Olson, who has 2 home runs on the day. Would it be awesome if he hits another?
Today for Matt Olson.
Who knows? I mean, left on left again, you're not going to get overpowered here by Liebrandt, and Matt Olson's probably going to get another plate appearance in this game. So let's dream big.
Swing and a miss.
StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. This is here at this ballpark in his career.
Pretty amazing. 7 home runs, as we mentioned, and this is only, what, the 9th game that he has played here. That's amazing.
They're gonna say he went. I'd love to see a replay of that.
Has had 7 homers in a 6-game span here at Great American Ballpark since it opened in 2003. Again, that's
swing and a miss. Strike 3. That'll do it.
No
Out
homer
3
there for Matt Olson. He strikes out. But the Braves and Soler strike again, CJ.
Yeah, this is really fun to watch. When this offense gets going, this is the kind of damage that they can do.
Would have been cool if he did.
Allegedly.
I think we'll see him another time before the game's over, though. So it's still possible. So that'll do it for the top of the 6th. We're heading to the bottom. The Braves are currently leading the Reds 11-2. That's right.
Now a senior citizen, and this is around his nap time at 3 o'clock.
Well, just welcome to I'm too old to eat carbs age in the middle of the day.
Gonna be high and outside.
Eli White.
Looks like we got Pierce Jackson
replacing Soler.
Who we got?
So Soler hits the 3-run homer, gets to sit in the shade the rest of the day. And
it's either Pierce Jackson or Luke Jackson.
Throws a pitch there that takes
Luke
France
Jackson.
down to a knee.
Not good.
Now Luke Jackson overall.
This guy just gives too much. I mean, I understand we got a big commanding lead, and that's why Smith's putting him in there to.
It's been 6 straight outings for him in which he's not allowed an earned run. So that certainly is encouraging for Luke Jackson. That is over 7 innings worth of work.
I understand he's putting him in there to save the better half of the bullpen.
An earned run for Luke Jackson.
This guy, in my opinion, just gives up way too much.
His best outing, but still, you look up, he gets through 5, he only gives up 2 runs.
Yeah, and that kind of streak continues for him, where he has gone here now with 2 earned runs or less, not taking the loss, make it 14 games now for him.
Don't look like it, Russell. They got him out.
Good start for Jackson there to get France. Well, Wiley has done the hard-hitting journalism down there. What happened with Jorge Soler on that homer, Wiley?
So he was talking to Tui and Eric Abreu about it, and he kept looking at his hands and basically saying it didn't feel like a home run. It felt funky, and it surprised him that the ball carried that far. He's hit a lot of home runs in his career. That one didn't feel normal.
Yeah, and you can see it there. It looked like he might have caught it off the end of the bat a little bit, but that's why you work out, and he honestly does.
Well, he got enough of it, 400 feet. To give the Braves this 9-run lead.
Yeah. Understandable, Gino.
Single the other way for Santiago Espinal. A message now from Texas Pete.
Texas Pete. Sauce like you mean it.
Just think where we would be now
so far here in game
if our team played like this all season.
Talked about the Reds
where we
where
had
they're at right now,
consistent
5
games like this.
Under 500, and
able to
interesting
stack
see
9,
CJ
10,
what
11
they
games
do
like
in
this.
the offseason. David Bell, 6 year as a manager, and this last week, Reds president and
Swing
general
and a miss,
manager
1-1
Nick
count.
was kind of non-committal on the future of David Bell. He
Marte
basically
0
said he
for
has a
1
contract
today. He
for
was
next
walked
year, but we're
in
gonna
the second.
evaluate everything at the end of the season. We'll see what happens.
They did not take that step forward that they were hoping to this year. However, they did have quite a few injuries. And we talked about
outside ball too.
What is happening right now and all the fill-ins that they are using. They also had a pretty major loss in not having Matt McClain this year, who last year as a rookie in his 89 games hit 16 homers. He had an OPS of 864. That was a big bat that was not available to them this year. And so you sit there and you try to figure out exactly what's going on, and sometimes it can be really difficult to judge when you haven't
I know it, right?
all year.
Yeah, I think there was just hope in the city before all those injuries that there was big improvement last year. 2 years ago they just won 62 games. Last year De La Cruz, some exciting young talent. You mentioned McClain. They win 82 games but miss the playoffs, and now this year, in large part due to those injuries, a little bit of a step back for the Cincinnati Reds.
What is this? Says he doesn't go
this year,
but every time they said every Braves one is win. What?
This season.
Come on, let us see a
This is one
replay.
of those divisions that if you can stay close, you'll have a chance to win it. The Cubs, the Cardinals,
That's
probably the
one.
biggest
That's one of the
spenders
things that
in the division, but may have been somewhat kind of taking it easy. So.
swing and a miss. So strike 3, out number 2.
Jackson gets another strikeout.
One of the things that bother me a little bit about the MLB is the lack of replay.
And David
when it
Bell,
comes
of
to
course, was born into a baseball family.
comes
The son
to
of
plays
Bell,
where
managed for a few teams, the
where
Tigers,
we
the
can't
Rockies,
see, we
and the
can't see it,
Royals.
kind of thing. That we have limited
This should be
view.
the 6th inning. And Michael
Caught.
Harris.
Money Mike out the outfield for
Rosario,
easy
and the
can
Reds
of corn,
retire.
out number 3. That's going to end the 6th. We're heading to the top of the 7th. Atlanta leading 11-2. Now, what I'm saying about that, like when they're asking for the ump to give the call, they should show a replay so we can hold the umps accountable for their calls. How do we know he's right or wrong? I guess that's my biggest pet peeve with the current MLB right now, the current broadcast that we go through. The lack of replays on plays. Show us something. You're already taking that little bit of time to go ask the ump and everything. Show us a little bit of a... Show us why that ump said he went. I realize that all takes time. But I just feel things like that deserve for them to take the time and show us. I want to hold these umps accountable. I want to be able to see that they are correct with their calls. I started a... and I'll finish it next season. But I started a text document with the umpires' names that I think are crap. So when they come in and they're pitching, they're calling horrible calls. They go down to my little black book. All right, we're back to the Great American Ball Field.
All right, Trev, and here it's all Braves into the 7th inning with Laureano leading it off.
And it's a big series there for the Minnesota Twins. They're trying to hold off.
And I truly think that when a pitcher pitches a strike across the plate,
good baseball action,
and the catcher drops it, it should be a ball.
This one's going to fall just below us here, 0-2.
But with what they're trying to do and some of the pitches they try to pitch, it's understandable that the catcher can't catch them. I just think that would be a crazy kind of
Yeah, so
flavor
the
to add
Guardians can
in.
clinch a playoff berth with a win over the Twins. The Phillies can clinch a playoff berth with a win over the Mets tonight at Citi Field. And the Dodgers are also right there, almost ready to clinch a playoff berth as well.
I call it my dislike book.
Changeup takes care of Laureano. That's 3 straight strikeouts for Liebrandt after giving up the homer to Soler.
The definition of a crafty lefty here in Liebrandt.
Laureano has struck out.
Being overpowered,
out number 1, top of the 7th.
So far against the Braves.
We got Travis D-Train. All aboard!
Charlie.
1-0, 1-0 in the count.
Bouncing all around. A couple of stints in independent ball just to kind of keep the career alive. Briefly with
gotta be low and outside ball too.
Before they released him, and then getting the chance here back in May to sign a deal with the Reds.
You know, Russell, sometimes it really feels that way.
Certainly has a pretty good mentor in his father, Charlie.
I've watched a lot of other ball games this season, but generally I watch like the Dodgers, the Braves, and like the Yankees I've been watching. I don't see umps making the consistent bad calls on these other teams like they do the Braves. Every time the Braves come in, they make atrocious calls. D-Train was just walked. So that's a one out walk.
Fueled by Georgia Natural Gas. We'll go back to Trevor and Nick if he's
so
awake.
you know, I could see it. I could see that there's umps that hold a bit of a grudge for whatever reason.
Those guys were talking about donuts back in the
That's
studio.
going to be a called strike. 0-1 the count. 1 out, running on first.
By Justin Toscano, who covers the Braves.
With Merrifield, he's 1 for 3 on the day. He singled in the second.
From up the road here in Ohio. Had all those friends and family here yesterday. And it was talking about Sean back in his high school days because he was lightly recruited in and walking on at Wright State. But when he was a junior on the varsity team, the junior varsity players had to hit early in the morning, and Sean felt bad for them. So every weekend he would take a box of donuts to the junior varsity team. Now, how many guys are doing that at the high school level?
Not too many. And kind of speaking to the character of Sean Murphy and even understanding what the other guys are going through, and who doesn't like a good donut, especially.
Well, guys and gals, we should have Ozzie Albies back to start of tomorrow's game.
He would always do it, though. Never wanted any credit for it. He just kind of did it. He wouldn't tell Justin about that. His parents had to tell that story to Justin. Sean is ultra humble.
Deuce is wild. 2-2 count. 1 out. Runner on first. Top of the 7th. The Reds trailing the Atlanta Braves 11-2.
2-2 pitch here to Whit Merrifield, and Merrifield, he's done that.
Merrifield will put a single up the right side of the field
with a big hole on the right side.
That's really well done here. It's a 4-seam fastball. It's 88. Not a lot of movement to it at all. And just like we saw in his first at bat, as you mentioned there in the second inning, it was a Darno walk. He was over there at first. All kinds of room on the right side, and Whit Merrifield plugs the hole.
Welcome in, everybody. I appreciate you stopping in.
Gio Urshela ahead of the changeup.
That's going to go foul.
3-run home runs in a game.
Love it.
All right, so we got 1 out. Runners on first and second. We got Gio Urshela at bat.
3 was the max. Okay. Chance to witness history here.
Now, again, I can only look to 1974. I got to go to the back cave to get a little bit more help beyond that. Oh, by the way, so I told you the last time I saw Kevin Biggio was at his 3rd birthday party, right, when he was a kid, when I played with his dad in Houston. So I talked to him the other day, said hello, and I was like, kind of threw that out at him. And he told me that he remembered that birthday party. Do you remember anything you did at 3?
No way.
He goes, hey, this is what he said. He goes, hey, it was the Batman party, right? Because it was a really nice, fun kid party when your dad's about to be a Hall of Famer. Like they did it up really well. And he's like, oh yeah, I remember that. Remember that birthday party? It was a Batman themed party.
Wow.
At 3, I mean, remember that?
I appreciate that. Maybe he attempted to remember it. I have a hard time believing that. But that's pretty cool.
That's what he said. I was shocked.
That's going to be a called strike.
That gets Urshela.
We're out number 2.
I did not. No. I was just
Urshela goes down with a frozen pizza.
I say that. I shouldn't say lonely. My eventual wife was there.
Gretchen says you win as the judge.
All right, so we have
that probably makes
Orlando. See ya later. 1 for 3 today with a single in the 6th.
The other thing I think we have
Come on, Orlando. You don't got to be the hero. Just put one in the.
How many runs
put
have
in
the
the
Braves scored?
outfield.
What's been the run differential since we switched chairs yesterday? It's probably pretty high. It was later, right? We did that about halfway through the game.
Yeah, and the Braves scored 6 runs late.
Foul ball in play. Caught for out number 3.
Catcher Luke Maley there to end the frame. Well, the switch of chairs working. The Braves
That'll do it.
11-2.
The Braves are heading to the bottom of the 7th, beating 11-2 over the Cincinnati Reds. Damn it. This cam is starting to upset me. Delgado's got to fix that soon. Oh, let's hope so.
Blake Dunn in his first big league.
All right, want to know the count?
He's 2 for 2.
That's going to be straight down the pipe for strike 1. Blake Dunn, 2 for 2 today. He had a solo home run. Just his last at bat.
Second inning of work for Luke Jackson. He struck out 2 in the 6th.
Got some good news for you that I think you may want to take advantage of. Bottom of the 7th inning. The ice cream machine is still on.
Is it really?
Yeah, which is odd, right? Usually that's off by what, 3rd, 4th inning. Most ballparks. So I feel like you want to cool. I wouldn't wait till the game's over. I'm guessing it's going to be off by the time the game is over. But the soft serve ice cream machine still working.
I need something right now. My tank's on empty.
Get in there.
That's 3-2 count.
Oh, that guy's doing it.
Yep. I mean, it's 90 degrees. It's a perfect day for ice cream and a helmet. just get after it. Quit looking for the perfect bite. There you go.
Otherwise, you're going to be drinking that here soon.
He's got his outfielder shades on today. Ooh, there's a walk. So Blake Dunn has reached all 3 times today.
So no matter what happens in the career of Dunn, he's always going to be able to talk about that first big league home run against Chris Sale, very likely a Cy Young Award winner in the year that he
I don't know.
It's going to be a cool story for the grandkids.
Luke's walked
feather in his cap. Here's the catcher, Maley. He was excited to be a part of the Reds because Maley is from the Cincinnati area, grew up in northern Kentucky, just on the other side of the Ohio River. And went to high school less than 4 miles from where we sit right now at Great American Ballpark. And he played at the University of Kentucky as well.
Melee, 1 for 2 today, doubled in the 5th. 0-2 on the count. That's going to be ball 1.
Now that means our great video guy Rob Smith likes this guy because Rob's a Kentucky guy. Even had on a Kentucky belt yesterday. It's like,
really? A
Rob,
belt?
you can't do that here. Come on, Rob.
Was it like Kentucky blue?
No, it's just one of those belts that was brown but had the silver buckles that had the logo of UK on it.
All right.
So I wrote him a note and I put it in his pants pocket and I said, Rob, you've been relieved.
Okay,
of your
every
duties.
call.
We got you a Spirit Air flight later tonight back home.
For
to
the
Atlanta.
Reds batters, whether they went around or not, has been, I'll say no. Every call that they have asked about the Braves have win.
2-2 pitch by this Kentucky grad is out to shallow center. Oh, no one's going to get to it. Almost looked like maybe a little miscommunication.
Nobody got to it.
Between Arcee and Harris, and it drops.
These guys were looking at each other as they were both going after this kind of shallow pop-up and wondering, was anybody going to be able to get there? First you see Orlando looking at Michael looking at Orlando, and unfortunately just kind of fell in between everybody.
And now you're going to get a pinch hitter.
Arcee should have never impeded Harris coming in.
Another Atlanta native. Here's Will Benson. First time he has stepped to the plate in this series.
Yes, sir. Get it. We're heading to the
Didn't he
fish.
say that in intramurals he used to dunk over Wiley?
He did.
That's the picture we've tried to paint.
And then Wiley would get him water. First round pick by Cleveland out of Westminster back in 2016 was Will Benson. He was taken 14th overall.
Guys, I was actually cut from intramurals.
Oh.
Wow, that's a first.
Runs pretty deep there at Westminster.
Wiley, though, in all seriousness, do you know Will Benson? I know you remember him playing there at Westminster.
Yeah, so he's about 5 years younger than me, so he's in middle school as I was wrapping up, but I did get a chance to meet him when he was in 8th grade, and he was towering over me.
Yeah, he's a good-sized kid. He just had an incredible high school career, obviously, to be taken in the first round. And he was going to go to Duke. We talked about him playing basketball. He was going to play baseball and walk on and play for Coach K for the Duke basketball team, but ended up signing on professionally, and good signing bonus to do so. Two balls, 2 strikes. And his dad, Ted, played college hoops kind of close to here at Purdue in West Lafayette, Indiana, under the legendary coach Gene Cady. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
From Jackson gets Benson.
Gotta get that first one out, number 1.
A good one here from Luke Jackson. This one goes straight down and taking advantage. Benson in a tough spot as a pinch hitter. The numbers have been down. The power has been there at about the same rate as a year ago. But
well, thank you, lady.
Average on base all down significantly for
What's
him
up there?
this season.
H down.
De La Cruz up the middle. Done around third, and it's 11-3.
That will bring another run home. Yeah, they got quite a big hole to dig out of. Scores now 11-3. Atlanta over the Reds. Reds just scored off RBI single.
That he had against Chris Sale was a first pitch breaking ball. He has shown us that he is going to be aggressive and hacking, even if they're first pitch breaking balls.
Now Reese Hines, who came into the game and replaced Steer. This is his first at bat.
I'm telling you, it's this Luke Jackson.
Just turned 24.
Stitt's going to leave him in there, and he's going to let them. It's already starting. They've already got a run in, and they got guys on. He's only got one out.
And when he debuted, folks, it was something. He was, for the first week in his big league career, he was
this
the
Luke
National
Jackson to
Player
give
of
him
the
up.
Week. He went 11 for 22 in his first 6 big league games with 5 home runs. Just an incredible start, but since then he is simply a late inning replacement like this. I think
that's
pace,
3 straight in the dirt.
A little bit of an outlier for Reese Hines.
Yeah, I think coming into this thing and he got that opportunity, and it's been a good story for a kid out of Florida.
2-1 the count.
Kind of look at
Runners on first and second.
Nobody was anticipating that, even when he had gotten called up, on the season in AAA, hitting 208 with an on base under 300.
Huge cut there, 2-2.
Hit 100.
All right, so we got Deuces Wild, G2 count.
In 99 games in the minor leagues, 422 plate appearances. So it's kind of an unsustainable number, but he did get the opportunity here at the big league level, had that amazing week, but things have leveled off here a little bit.
Remember, everybody, hit that thumbs up for us if you haven't done so yet. Most importantly, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have some new outlaws join in on the phone. Most importantly, guys, I do accept super chats, super stickers, and super thanks for all of my videos and likes.
Television here.
I also have memberships for the channel that you can join for extra perks. You can get a rookie membership for 99 cents, a pro membership for $1.99 a month, or the MVP membership for $2.99 a month.
Big of a swing where your helmet is falling
all
off.
proceeds are
just a lot different from
filtered back
the generation
into the
in which
chat
we play.
or back into the channel.
And a third time the helmet fell
and
off.
It's just everything that you generously give. I am very grateful.
Threw an inning relief before I got my first start, and threw a shutout inning. And
if you, now remember, YouTube does take 30% of all proceeds before content creators are even paid, and then you have to hit a $100 threshold before they'll pay you. So sometimes it can take a couple months. So if you'd like for me to get the full amount and you want to donate, feel free to donate to my Cash App. That's instant, and I get all proceeds that you send. I get every bit of it.
And again, he's been on a nice run. I know it's been a little bit lower leverage situations for Luke Jackson, but he's been.
I do have.
That's a good-looking fastball on the outside.
I do have a goal that I'm
shooting
for, a $50 goal.
Is going to go to the bullpen here before Ty France bats.
I forgot to get it set up.
Well, the gang's all here. Let's hit the road.
It's the Disney Plus.
That's going to do it for Luke Jackson. I think personally Snit waited too long. He should have took him out sooner. We've had a drought for memberships, guys and gals. I understand if you can't afford to buy a membership. I understand that. But if you got 99 cents, come join us. There will be, like, some of the perks is being able to do more personal things, come on Discord with me, access to member-only videos. Those things are very much coming, very, very soon, as a matter of fact. Oh, thank you very much, lady. Who's Gino? Welcome to the membership, Gene. Thank you, lady. You're so wonderful. That's cool. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Gino, on your MVP membership. John Brebbia. Yes, he did, Miss Lane.
Against the Blue Jays and the Rockies.
All right, so we're back to John Brebbia. Will be pitching for the Atlanta Braves. We got Ty France at bat, Santiago Espinal on deck, and Marte will be batting third in the hole. 2 outs, runners on first and second. Bottom of the 7th. The Reds trailing the Braves 11-3. First pitch was called the ball. France 0 for 3 today. He had 2 strikeouts and a ground out into a double play earlier.
Oh, man. Travis d'Arnaud in a lot of pain after that one.
Uh-oh. d'Arnaud must have been hit.
Jeff Stevenson, athletic trainer, hustling out there.
It looks like it probably got him on the throwing arm. Let's take a look here. Foul tip. Hit right on the shoulder. And so even though you have all that padding there, and it is relatively thick, it's just not going to protect you from everything. And Travis d'Arnaud absorbed a lot of that one.
Sean Murphy looking on. Travis says he's okay. Hopefully it's just one of those, as they call, stingers. It hurts initially, but nothing that
So the
causes
ball
any damage
come
for
off
Travis.
of the bat and hit him right here in the shoulder, guys. He went
These guys
crumpling
understand,
down in
especially the way
pain.
that they share the playing time and how much they want to make sure with a day game like this that you can complete the game, try to give the other guy a full day off, knowing very likely probably that we'd see Sean
Yes,
Murphy
ma'am.
tomorrow.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a nice walk with the dog.
Yeah, those two guys have become great friends. Yesterday, the hotel's only a 10-minute walk from the ballpark. Travis d'Arnaud, Sean Murphy walking together, drinking some coffee, talked at shop.
Oh, what's going on?
They have really grown to like each other, support each other 100%. Brebbia raises the eye level to France, gets the strikeout, and we're on to the 8th inning.
That'll do it for the 7th. We're heading to the top of the 8th. All right, so we'll do a little house cleaning. We're now at 18 likes. Thank you very, very much, guys and gals. Can we at least reach that 20 likes? How about it? If you haven't done so yet, please hit that like button for us.
Michael Harris leading things off.
All right, so we got Money Mike heading to the plate.
Here we go. Money talk.
4 hits in the series for Michael and a couple of homers.
All right, we're going to pause that up. We're going to let the interactive come catch up. All right, there we go. We should be synced. Again, if you haven't done so yet, please hit that like button. That's going to be 0-2 the count.
Lee Brandt 0-2 pitch, and that one's high. Our Zaxby saucy play with the Braves scoring 11 runs today. So the first 115 games, they just had that one double-digit scoring game. That was against Philly's second day of the season. But last 38, it's now 6 games where the Braves have scored at least 10. And on cue, Michael Harris is going to add on.
Michael Harris with a home run.
For Harris, it's 12-3.
To the ribbon! Yeah! Money Mike!
Right center. Eli White
Ground ball to third base, over to first base, out, number. Oh, he's safe! White beats Eli White, the speedster. In for Solar.
I don't think Marte knew the scouting report on Eli White.
He did not, because he took his time. It looked like maybe a tap of the glove here as we take a look at what should have been a routine out. But you're absolutely right. There is that tap of the glove and the extra shuffle. And Eli White takes full advantage of it. That's the kind of thing as a manager when you're down big like this is going to drive you crazy. That is more of a mental mistake than a physical mistake.
Well, get your erasers out. It's that time of the ball game with a 9-run lead where there are a lot of changes. Adam Duvall is now coming in here for Ozuna. And I know people may look at that graphic about the double-digit games and say, yeah, but there were still outages and there have been some frustrating. The 1-0 loss at home to Cincinnati, but by and large, the offense has improved here over the last 5+ weeks.
Oh, it's been really good. Much better. Close to what we're anticipating. That's good defensive alignment right there for that kid. Not too many people around them at all, but right place, right time to catch that foul ball.
Duvall reaches.
That's going to be a shallow hit to center field. Easily caught for an easy Canaccord. Out number 1.
So the thing was, Ben was telling me earlier today that the Angels are the only team that have not scored double digits all year long, which is kind of surprising. Talk about some of those struggles early on for the Braves and what they have been doing lately and all these times that they have gone to double digits.
What a difference for Ron Washington. Last year goes from a historically good offense, and it's been a tough year out in Anaheim for he and the Angels.
All right, so we got Matt Olson, who is
well, does Matt Olson
2 for
have
3
another
today.
one in the tank? Already 2 homers today, 3 in the series for Matt.
So he's never done it 24 times. I guess make it 25 now that he has had 2 home run games. But how about a third?
He's going to have to battle. Lee Brad gets ahead of him 0-2.
Oh, nice.
Matt Tuiasosopo made the catch off the ricochet in the dugout. Nice play.
It's going to be a 9.5 because he didn't get it cleanly. It was in and out of the hand.
Boy, you're a harsh judge.
Yeah, 9.5 still pretty good. But if Eli White's running, he's safe.
True.
All right, so this is exactly what happened with Michael Harris, right? Get ahead 0-2, get to 1-2, and then he threw him a fastball down the middle. That was smoked for that homer. I don't think he's going back to the fastball. Let's see.
He does not. He goes to the
Oh,
changeup.
foul ball.
Almost hit Tom Goodwin over there, but thankfully it did not.
That one sounded like a cannon going off. Right.
Good he got out of the way quickly. A lot of stolen bases back in his day.
He's got a sweet chain on today. Is that
He
new,
does.
that necklace? That somebody else's that he was wearing?
It looks like the one that Michael Harris wears sometimes. Out to left field, Hines. Over toward the line to take it.
All right, so 2. Here we go.
Laureano, another
Laureano with a base hit out to left
earlier.
field. That's going to be a 2-out single.
To left here in the 8th.
You can see the elevation there on a changeup. That is a pitch that you want down, and you leave it up for Ramon Laureano, and he turns on it.
The Braves recently have had quite a few getaway days with night games where you don't get into the city you're going to until well after midnight. That was the case when the Braves came here after the late game Monday against the Dodgers. Good news is the Braves will get in at a very reasonable hour to Miami before starting that series tomorrow night.
You know, certainly look forward to that one, and it is nice, right? Thinking about the schedule, how things have been a little bit lately for the Braves, some of the travel and the later travel, and it can be a little bit tough to recover, especially as you get later in the season. So it has been good.
And just the one off day remaining. That'll be on Monday before that homestand starts. It was supposed to be 2 off days next week, but that Thursday game against the Mets is a makeup from earlier in the season, so it turned a 2-game series into a very important 3-game series. Strike to Travis d'Arnaud.
So assuming that this holds, what jersey tomorrow?
Boy, I'm running the Navy's back out there. How about you?
I think so.
I mean, in those Navy jerseys, the Braves have scored 19 runs to the Reds 4.
And we'll take these chairs on the airplane with us as well.
How am I going to get my turkey panini down to South Beach? So that could be a struggle.
All right. Now that's 1 and 2. Come on now.
That's going to stay fair to third, and stepping on the
Gotta
bag,
do it.
Marte. But
That's
the
going to
Braves
end the
get
top of the
another
8.
to
We're
hit
heading to the
a
bottom.
dozen. This time it's Michael Harris.
The Cincinnati Reds are trailing the Atlanta Braves 12-2-3. When we come back, we'll have Espinal, Marte, and Rosario hitting the bats for the Cincinnati Reds. Can they do it? Can they get something going in the last 2 innings? We're definitely playing the clear into the bottom of the 9th. So can we get 2 lights, guys and gals? We're 2 away from that 20 light goal. How about it? We have 24 people watching. If you haven't done so yet, please be sure to hit that thumbs up for us. And most importantly, subscribe to the channel. There's always room here for a new outlaw. We have a very friendly chat. Great people around. Very good moderators. We have some of the best moderators in the biz. Because you know what I say, life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. All right, we are back to the Great American Ballpark.
Do what you did for so long, and no doubt.
That's right, lady, and it's free.
A little bit of big league time. 2020. You got to be proud of the fact that he's made his way back to the big leagues after the journey.
And Charlie, 3 years with the Braves, 90 to 92, of course, part of those 91 and 92 teams that went to the World Series. And a shout out to Brian Snitker's wife, Ronnie Snitker, who was awesome, and she texted our producer, Gretchen Caney, to.
Unfortunately, we're doing today's broadcast without our co-host, Mr. Maverick from Maverick Sports. Ruben himself, he did not make it today.
Oh, there's Ronnie.
He had other things to go and do, I guess.
I like her shades, too. She's styling out there today.
Getting ready for Miami. You got to have good shades going to Miami.
That World Series pendant around her neck.
Like and sub, both are free. Absolutely, Lane.
Eli White, just a little bit to his left for the first down to the bottom of the 8th.
All right, Eli White with that. Easy can of corn. Out number 1, bottom of the 8th.
There really hasn't been much taxing on the bullpen in this series either, CJ. Iglesias hasn't even pitched. You should have some fresh arms going down to Miami.
Yep, which you'll need obviously the rest of the day. We've talked about it. We've seen it often. You get to this point in the season and you're battling for a spot. You are going to have to push your bullpen really hard, and we've been looking for a couple of these games, right, where they can really separate themselves, take some pressure off of that bullpen, and the offense has really responded and done that here in the final 2 games of the series.
All right, Marte is 0 for 2 today. 1 and 2 in the count. 1 out.
One-two pitch here to Noelvi Marte, and he finds a hole on the right side in between Matt Olson and the bag for 1-out single. A quick message from Truist.
When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. Truist.
Now Ahmed Rosario, who is 0 for 3 today. So last year when Rosario was living in Cleveland, CJ, he had 10 French Bulldogs.
What?
Now, I don't know if they're all still with him, but I remember at the time he had 10 French Bulldogs. He kept 5 at his house, and a friend in Cleveland watched the other 5. And at what point do you have too many Bulldogs?
I'd say probably starting at number 3.
3? Yeah.
So you think from the same litter? Like those were puppies?
I do not know the answer to that. I just know that he had 10.
Those French Bulldogs, they got some value to them too. They are not inexpensive dogs.
But he and Ozzie Albies, big canine lovers. It's 10's a lot of maintenance. Even if you're only having 5 and a friend's watching 5, that's a lot of upkeep.
Coffee! Yes, sir.
Taking all the way, 3-1.
I keep falling asleep. Dozing off. Foul ball, count will stay the same. We'll do it again. Three and 2 count. Rosario. 1 out. Runner on first. Bottom of the 8th.
Payoff pitch. Yes, on the outside corner. And Rosario strikes out looking.
That fastball to that
Right,
side of the
3
plate
out, out number
really
2.
good for John Brebbia, the glove side fastball, painting it away. A little bit of movement there as well to come back.
Oh, I know it.
Catch the corner.
12 strikeouts for.
Oh, you want my friend? I'd be honored to come drink a cup of coffee with you.
Luke Jackson 4 Ks and now a pair.
I would love that.
Oh, we got a beard off here again with Dunn and Brebbia.
Kind of make a little bit of a joke about Dunn, right? Not playing that often, and gets Chris Sale, and he's had himself a just tremendous afternoon. Easy winner here on the left, of course. Bigger, a little bolder, unless you like it neat and tight with some straight lines. But I'll take that beard.
A couple of Ahmed Rosario's French Bulldogs may be taking a nap in there right now. You wouldn't even know.
This guy has been on all
That's
3
gonna be
times, and
strike
scored
1.
all 3 Cincinnati Reds runs.
Yeah, quite a day for Dunn, who again is just trying to find his place at the major league level. The 15th round pick a few years ago by the Reds. Played at Western Michigan.
That's
He
gonna
is
be 3
from
and 1 in the
Michigan,
count.
Holland, Michigan, so similar to Spencer Schwellenbach, and played for WMU up there.
Ah, man.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Not a problem, bro. You seem like a very, very down-to-earth person. Very likable, fun, funny, compassionate for other people. All the traits I look in on when I look to be friends with somebody. So you're a good dude, man. I appreciate you coming and supporting me like you have. I hope nothing but the best for you and your fam. You are A-OK in my book, my friend.
92 degrees. Kind of feel like this might be the last big gasp of summer here. But the last couple of weeks back home so pleasant. The Braves haven't had a hot day game like this in a little while. Another foul ball on the 3-2 offering.
Got him looking.
Corner, and Dunn is retired for the first time today. Another strike.
That'll do it for the 8th. We're heading to the top of the 9th. Remember, boys and girls, get your chat vote in. I'm going to be pulling that down Oh, yeah. Exactly. There's just too many people out there that don't have morals. That's definitely something I look in somebody is their morals. All right, guys and gals, I'm going to give you another 5 seconds if you haven't done the chat vote. Be sure to head on over to the community page and get your votes in there as well. And get all the thumbs up that you can. Remember, the more thumbs up we have on all of our content, the more the algorithm pushes us. All right, pulling the poll down. I'd like to say thank you for everybody that participated today. We had 34 votes here in the chat. 94% of you voted that the Atlanta Braves were going to pull out the win, while 5% of you Cincinnati Red fans said, nope, not happening. Well, they have the bottom of the ninth to make that big comeback. They are currently down 9 points, 9 runs. All right, buddy. Thanks for hanging out.
Between last year and this year for Matt Olson, 6 games in this park, 7 homers. 2 of them today, all part of a 12-3 Atlanta advantage. Kevin Biggio is going to step in here and pinch hit for Whit Merrifield.
A couple of pinch hit home runs in the career of Biggio. 44 plate appearances as a pinch hitter. He is 7-4-35.
And with the news of Ozzie Albies likely coming back tomorrow, again, no official announcement, but this might be the last game that Biggio plays.
All right, we hit that 20 like mark. Thank you so much, everybody. We actually hit 21. Thank you very, very much. Hey, do you think we can hit 25? We need 4 more likes to 25, guys and gals. If you haven't done so yet, hit that thumbs up for us. Help us out. We need 4 more likes.
Still Charlie Liebrandt's son, Brandon Liebrandt, out there. Long relief outing for him. He's at 65 pitches. Proud Papa looking on, awaiting a 2-2 pitch from his son Brandon. Outside 3-2. Also forgot that Charlie Liebrandt won a World Series with the Royals in '85. Forgot that he was on that team. And Biggio off the bench with a hit to right field.
With all those pinch hit plate appearances that I was talking about, 44 of them in his career, just the 3rd time he's done it against the lefty, right? Not something you see very often. You're going to see those pinch hits come against right-handed pitching, but that's a nice job of hanging in there and lining that slider into right field for a base hit.
One for 4 today for Gio Urshela. But as we said, Urshela's big hit of the series was yesterday. That was 2 outs, bases loaded, and a big hit out to center field that scored a couple of runs in the 7th. Just like that. That was almost a carbon copy of the 2 RBI hit he had yesterday.
Well, nice job here on a tough pitch that is down and in, and is a slider again from Liebrandt. I'm interested to see if the Reds get anybody up. I mean, Brent's done a really nice job and kind of saved their bullpen here this afternoon, but he's given up now 8 hits and a walk in there, so he's had 9 base runners over the 3+ innings.
And he starts Arcia off with the ball outside, 1-0. Off the end of the bat, down the left field line, and De La Cruz making the catch in foul territory. So down to Miami for 3, and then the Braves back home, as we talked about, their divisional rival, the New York Mets, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at Citi Field. And the fight for the postseason, folks, very likely could come down to that series. Grab your family and friends. Pack Truist Park. You can get tickets for as little as $9. Go to Braves.com/tickets.
You sit there and you watch that pitch count start to climb here on Librand, but he was a starter in the minor leagues. In his last outing that he had on September 12th, he went 6 innings in the minor leagues and threw 86 pitches. So part of the reason why they're comfortable letting him go this long.
Michael Harris, deep right. There's another one. 4 homers in the series for Harris. And he's got a couple in back-to-back innings here. And it's also history for the Atlanta Braves, the first time that they have hit 4 3-run homers in a single game.
Michael Harris stays in on his fastball. You see 88 miles an hour. They're trying to go away, but they miss it up and in. A line shot here, and my goodness, what an afternoon it has been, and really a series for this offense.
15-3.
I fell asleep again.
And I think now it's safe to say that Chris Sale is going to get his career best 18th win of the season as well.
Sorry about that. Another 3-run.
You know, we were joking about Kevin Biggio and the Batman-themed birthday party, and how about him having the Joker "Why So Serious" headband on, Michael Harris.
Yes. Yeah. A little late.
I didn't know he had that in his arsenal. Out of the 100+ headbands that he keeps in his locker.
Dance, baby, dance.
So I'm trying to find a game in which we have seen 4 3-run home runs in a game, and I can't find one.
You mean just across Major League Baseball?
Across baseball since, went back to 76 to check. Crickets.
Wow. Eli White grounds out. Laureano had one in the 3rd, Olson in the 5th, Soler in the 6th, and now Harris with a 3-run homer here in the 9th. What a day. Second at bat today for Duvall. Another chance for Marte at 3rd. And he makes the most of it. But the Braves have made the most of the short porch out at right. Another one for Michael Harris. 4 on the series for Money Mike. It is 15.
Well, the gang's all here. Let's hit the road.
15-3. Hoorah! Oh, again, I apologize, guys. I did today's stream on about 4 hours of sleep the last couple days. I'm sorry about that. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Let's go places.
I'm up now.
By the Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. And by Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Season high 15 runs for Atlanta. It is all
Ice bucket. Oh, I'll tell you.
Bottom of the ninth. All right, the
You know that
Marlins
polar plunge
starting
shit?
the Reds,
I'll tell you
folks.
what, man.
We'll go on the air at 6:30.
The only time I ever did it,
Southeast of the Valley Sports
me and my cousin
and embracing the race brought to you
were off
by
screwing
Racetrack.
around.
So
We went
Hernandez
down to the
will try to
river.
finish off this
And it was
3
on a
games
boating
An
dock.
opportunity for him to bounce back.
And
He went against the Dodgers, in which he walked 3.
It was probably 30, 40 degrees outside.
The ball pretty well.
And
his previous 11 games.
we jumped in that water.
This year with the Braves.
That water was cold. I mean, cold. I got so sick.
Off his foot.
Oh,
See
off
if
the
he can recover.
pitcher,
Catches
back.
speed with Bailey. Well, that's a pretty good pickup.
That's going to
over
be
there.
safe. No, he got it. Late call by the ump.
With the right guy running.
I got
and the
so
right guy
sick,
over at
I
first
caught
base
pneumonia.
on this play for Daysbel Hernandez.
It wasn't pleasant. I won't ever do a
Here,
polar
hit the
plunge
foot.
again.
Recovers, has time. You can sometimes panic a little bit, and it's nice to have Matt Olson there with the great hands.
Yeah, he's as good as there is in the game at doing that.
All right, so there's a lot of pressure on the back cave right now. I have put my inquiry in. Have there ever been 4 3-run home runs in a game? We know it's never happened before 74, and they're going to run out of time at this pace. They got to go.
Will they get back to us in time?
They said they can check before 74, which I don't have access to, so we will find out.
But you feel confident it has not happened.
It has not.
At least until 74, or back to 74. Okay.
By any team.
That is something.
Yeah, it was. I was probably in my mid-20s then.
1-1 here to Will Benson.
Off screwing around, dared each other who was going to jump off the dock. Hey, you bet me $20 I wouldn't do it. But that was one of the hardest $20 I ever earned, getting as sick as I did after.
So the Braves will get back to 13 games over 500, a place they've been a lot this year. 83-70 after this one, before they head down to Miami to take on the Marlins for 3. We'll just have to scoreboard watch tonight and see what happens with the Diamondbacks and Mets. Good slider from Hernandez, and Benson strikes out for the second time.
You know, it'd be kind of neat if I have to check into it and see if it's even allowed for YouTube. But to have a list of things that if people want to donate, like, you know, taking a pie to the face, maybe that's a $10 donation,
for Braves
or
pitching today.
Who knows what else you would do. Drink a shot of lemon juice, you know, or lime juice, things like that. I don't know about that, though. I don't know. That'd be kind of neat. Incentivize the donations, I guess.
Ellie De La Cruz here is the final
You
hold
donate for a
Cincinnati.
pie to the face, huh?
2-0 pitch. 99, but outside from Daysbel Hernandez. Well, if De La Cruz does get on, he's probably going to try to get his 65th stolen base of the season. But the at-bat continues.
My biggest problem with taking a pie to the face is my son and wife won't get in front of the camera. It's
3-run
like
home runs, exactly.
they're
There have been
camera
some
shy.
teams that have hit 4 where they may have hit like 2 3-run home runs and a couple of grand slams.
Okay.
All right, that's going to be 3-2, so full count, 2 outs. This is their last strike.
4 of those in a single game.
Ever. Wow. Popped up, and this will get into the seats.
There you go. Gino's my broker.
So there you go, folks. You'll remember where you were September 19, 2024. Braves Reds. All right, Days Bell. Let's get on the plane to Miami. 3-2 pitch. Well, not yet.
No, not yet. That's going to be a base hit by De La Cruz. So that's a 2-out single. This game ain't over yet.
I mentioned he has 64 stolen bases this year. He has 99 in his career. Of course, it's just his second big league season.
64 bases De La Cruz has stolen this season.
For De La Cruz. Swing and a miss for Hines. Out to the left.
Line drive, that's it. That's the game. Laureano with a sliding catch for out number 3.
Season high 15.
The Atlanta Braves win the game 15-3 over the Cincinnati Reds. We took the series 2-1.
And they head to Miami at 83-70.
We are going to head to Miami for a 3-game series.
Well, exactly what they needed, right? A bounce back after that little mini 3-game losing streak, a couple of tough ones to the Dodgers. The opener to this one did not go the way that they had hoped and expected it to, but they come back. The offense is alive. That man right there, Michael Harris, with a couple of homers today. Matt Olson as well. Chris Sale had to work a little bit harder today, but was still really good with his 6 strikeouts and only 2 runs allowed in his 5 innings worth of work, and that is now a new career high in wins for Chris Sale.
Oh my gosh.
With his 18.
And folks, and now we peaked.
Hey, there's the full moon we've been looking for.
The Cunha mania there. He is at a lot of Braves road trips, and that's the icing on the cake for a 15-3 win here in
Good luck getting that out of your head.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, brother. All right. That's enough from us. Braves Live presented by Xfinity.
Well, there you have it. Atlanta Braves over top. They take the series 2-3.
I can't believe that we showed that. And I
now the Phillies and Mets play later on at 7. So we'll find out. Let's certainly hope that that leads into a loss for the Mets tonight. Probably not tonight, Kenneth. I'm sorry. If I wasn't already dozing off and falling asleep on you guys, I'd think about continuing to stream another game, but not tonight, my friend. I get a little more rested up and I wouldn't have a problem with it. So remember, guys and gals, tomorrow night, I don't know what time. Good news is we should have Ozzy Albies back tomorrow. Oh, we got a no-hitter going for the Texas. Texas is working on a no-hitter. Or somebody is. Bottom of the 7th. Oh yeah, I was looking up tomorrow's game. Had to stop and think what I was doing. All right, so tomorrow's game will be 7:10 Eastern. So that'll be a 6:10 Central start And we always go live 20 minutes early, so that's going to make it 6:50. 6:50 p.m. Central, 7:50 p.m. Eastern. Or, 6:50 p.m. Central. No, it ain't. No, my bad. 5:50. 5:50 p.m. Eastern. 6:50 Central. Or, oh my God. 5:50 Central, 6:50 Eastern. There you go. I got it. Sorry. And Saturday's game is a 4:10 p.m. Eastern, 3:10 Central. Sundays would be a 1:40 p.m. Eastern, 12:40 Central. Now I'm looking to stream all 3 games, but if Maverick wants one of those, if he says, "Hey, I want to stream one of them," I'll give that up. But I'm going to go ahead and schedule all 3 of them out tonight. So if he decides to stream, then I always just take it down and make it private. So yeah. All right, so let's do a little house cleaning before I go. Give me 1 second while it loads up here. All right, so we put on 1 sub tonight. I want to say thank you for that. I really appreciate it. And how did we do on the likes? We hit 22 likes. We didn't exactly get that 25, but hey, we'll take 22. So thank you everybody that participated, especially with the chat votes. We had 30 some here in the chat, and then 34 over on the community page. So that's outstanding. All right, guys and gals, I am gonna take off out of here and let you get back to the remainder of this beautiful Thursday afternoon. It's actually cleared up for us now, but the wife says we're supposed to get some heavy storms later on today. David Thomas, if you're out there listening, I hope you're feeling better, bro, and I hope everything's all right. I did send out your hat. Your hat should be delivered today if it hasn't already came. I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, can't wait to do another giveaway. All right, guys and gals, that's it for me. I'm gonna tear off out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 5:50 p.m. Central. First pitch is at 6:10 Central, 7:10 Eastern. 6:10 Central, 7:10 Eastern. First pitch. But we will be live 20 minutes early, so we'll be live at 5:50 Central. All right, with that said, hey, guys and gals, it's KGB from the C Sports Network, Clan HBS channel, and I will see each and every one of you on the next one. Peace out, everybody. Thank you for stopping. Love you all. Peace.